In Oklahoma, life sucks.
All right, hey everybody. This is Caleb. Ross is in China.
And this is Role-Playing Public Radio.
I'm
I'm Tom, and I'm saying it this time.
no, it's not the podcast. It's the actual play. Everything's gone wrong. It's all topsy-turvy.
And also, if you're listening to this, chances are you're either going to our site or you're getting it from iTunes, so you know what you're getting into already.
Yeah, without Ross's monstrosity to unite us, everything's
We're all falling apart here.
It's like the world before Independence Day. After the aliens come, everyone was holding hands and cooperating. But
Because the United States...
our aliens are gone.
Our alien is gone.
Okay, so this is a campaign, maybe, of a dirty world. I don't have a name for it. We'll call it...
We're going to call it our alien uniter is left.
We'll call it Harisi right now. It's an Oklahoma town near Muskogee Indian Reservation and the Deep Fork Nature Conservatory. And I told all of the players to roll characters that live in town, that have people who are keeping them there, that they love, and a reason they hate a realtor named Joe Bilby. So I guess we'll go around the table and introduce. So, Aaron?
Hey, it's Aaron. I will be playing Philip Connolly, the county coroner for... I'm sorry, I forgot the city's name again.
Harisi.
And also some of the outlying areas around it. So
yeah, the county.
Yeah, so this is nothing else.
Is this the county seat?
Yes,
you can.
It is the county seat.
Really?
I planned that.
Good. Caleb, your immersion is beautiful.
He is an Oklahoma native and ended up settling down roots, and that's like in town once he met his wife, and afterwards his parents ended up moving there to be closer to them and his grandchildren. So he has family settled there.
The whole Connolly clan.
Yeah, this section of the Connolly clan, and they have no real reason to leave since the kids are in school, profession's good, make enough money.
Then there's a weird bohemian side of the clan that lives elsewhere. We don't talk about that.
Those are in the high hills.
Weird
we
guys.
don't say
We
anything.
live in this weird place called Portland.
Portland's great.
They're all 26, but they don't have jobs. Yeah, what's up?
Can I move there?
No.
Oh, hi, everybody. This is David.
Hi, David.
Hi. How's Tom?
David.
So I'm going to be playing Bobby Barnaby. I'm the small-town sheriff's deputy. Moved back to town after college to take care of my ailing paw. And I am pretty sure that Joe Bilby has done something illegal, but I can't pin anything on him. And it just tears me up.
All right.
So
it's tearing you apart.
Okay, and the other
what
one,
did
sorry.
Joe Bilby do to the Connollys?
Nothing directly, but he is actually to one of my friends. He, in addition to his the real estate later, which he owns, he actually does own several properties and is kind of well known as a slumlord, but has enough legal clout where he can usually get out of anything else.
Can he have done something to one of your family members, and that's how you got a hold of him?
So, in this case, it was one of my cousins. He ended up taking. That's one ended up taking for that. So we had to help him out for about a month or two.
Sounds good to me. All right, and Tom?
I am playing James Haversham. He is a artist that lives in the town. It used to be Los Angeles he lived in, but he had to come back home when his parents died to look after his sister, who's only 15.
To the bustling Harisi art scene. Connolly, and then what's your character's last name again?
Barnaby.
All right, I'm just writing.
So, and the family house. This is actually where I'm from. I managed to escape at one point to Los Angeles, but I had to come back here. Yeah, our family home. He managed through somehow to seize possession of it before I could come back and sign papers. So my sister, I hate him. Okay. I hate him so much. My sister, it's way beyond that.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so I'm going to start this kind of weird.
Really?
One of the, I don't know why it's going to work.
Experimentation time.
You're on a Star Destroyer, right?
Part of it is Ross's fault.
Fuck you, Ross.
I talked to him over Gmail. All right. If you got a call and had to leave the house in an emergency, what would you be wearing?
What time of day?
It's night. Middle of the night. Are you up late? Would you take time to get dressed? Is that what your character would do? Would you run
If
to the house
for an
and
emergency.
Yeah.
So, actually, sorry, silly question. Family emergency or work emergency?
Just an emergency. I'm just letting you know.
I'm assuming that it's probably a work emergency, so I usually have either a kind of the jumpsuit that I use for
Scrubs.
Scrubs, yeah, for that duty. So just put those on and go
All right,
with
scrubs.
Since I assume I have to report on something.
Uniform. Haven't had a chance to put it all the way together, so I'm probably going to be tying the tie right when I'm arriving.
So disheveled deputy. Okay.
Yeah.
Shorts, sandals, t-shirt,
And bathrobe.
and bathrobe.
All right. So that's what your characters are wearing. You all know each other from around town. And this is the kind of weird part. You could explain what happened later in flashbacks, or you could let it reveal and play. So you are in Bilby, really, the office. It is very dark. The only light comes from an open microwave, which is pinging. You are looking. There's a clatter as the desk has been shifted, and the magnetic balls that go click, 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 are now going back and forth.
We stare at mesmerized.
You are all staring at the mutilated corpse of Joe Bilby, and you are all covered in blood, and at least one of you killed him, maybe more, but you were all there when it happened. That's how the game starts. So you're in his office. He is really dead. You are all covered in blood, and you are all somehow involved. What do you do?
All right. So we're going to have to explain this later. We're all in this together. I suggest we plant a knife on him.
And what? He fell onto it 15 times?
No. He came after you with a knife. That's why I shot him.
How did he die?
I don't know. How did you die?
Well, I'm guessing that bullet hole in his head is probably a contributing factor.
Like, what about those stab wounds in his abdomen?
Probably also a
He
contributing
died
factor.
multiple ways. All right.
Honestly-
he was both stabbed and shot to death.
And poisoned and thrown into a river, dragged back into the house, and put in the
Joe
microwave.
Bilby, a modern day rescue.
It's
It's not my call as to how he died. I'm not supposed to be the one given cause of death. That would be this nice gentleman over here. And
Okay,
there's that
looking-
binging sound. That we got to get whatever that is out of that microwave.
And it's like, hey, I can
Actually,
ignore
Joe
it.
Bilby's phone is ringing in his pants pocket.
So, do I have my
Tom's
gloves?
character's puking in the corner.
So, do I have my kit with me?
Nope.
Look in the kit. Oh, damn it! Yeah, my
You're
fingerprints.
just,
in it.
you're just coated in his blood.
Yeah.
You're just covered in it. It's spread all over the place.
So obviously there is other puncture wounds on here. Looking around, does Joe Bilby does he actually know when to own a firearm?
Are you going to look around?
Yes, I am.
All right, you look around. So
Would this be patience plus?
Well, you don't really have to look if it's like clues for the plot.
Okay.
So,
Well, that was weird. It's Chris.
okay.
Oh, that
So
must have been the call from Texas.
you look around. Where are you looking for firearms?
Personal desk in his office. Actually, that probably would be the best
All right.
place to look. Although making sure
will-
I'm covered in blood though. I'm probably tracking it everywhere I'm going.
Yeah.
Like, all right. We'll set the place on fire. Come on, we can do this.
No.
You're looking at the desk. It's ajar. It's what set the balls clacking. And you pull it back. It appears the leg is broken off and the drawer is on the ground. And there's something all over the ground spilling out of it. You can't really see in this light.
Do I have a flashlight on me?
Light switch.
You turn on the light switch. It's just wads of money. Just thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. It appears there was a false drawer in the bottom drawer of the desk. And in the altercation, whatever it was, it broke open. There are tens of thousands of dollars in cash, in hard cash.
This is Might as well look for anything else at the moment. Going back into the kitchen.
Yes, I'll be looking for something flammable. Surely there must be something.
Wait a second.
We can't light this place on fire.
Does he have rubber gloves?
People
Yes,
know
we
we
can.
came
What?
here.
Does he have rubber gloves somewhere?
No, he's a realtor. Why would he get rid of that?
For cleaning stuff, if he was...
Other people
He was a
clean
very
for him.
filthy man.
Also,
Okay.
other people would clean for him.
So...
By the way, there's a huge-ass pile of cash on the ground.
So...
I know there's a huge ass pile of cash on the ground, but we can't really take it now, can we?
This is a dirty world. There's really not much we can't do. It's just getting, shredded for it.
Well,
We can't light this place on fire, I can tell you
Yes,
that.
we can. As soon as
All
I
right.
find something, I'm doing it.
We shouldn't light this place on fire because everybody knows we came here.
The lights are on, and you hear a dog barking outside.
so... Looking around, and is there a window nearby?
Yeah.
Just scooting around, hopefully just pushing it back ever so slightly without... Just to see out of the corner. Can I see the dog?
No, you see empty street light off in the distance.
So, his house, actually, I meant to ask this beforehand. Is it pretty... Is it
You're in his
around a
office.
cult... Oh, it's an office?
Yeah.
So is it downtown somewhere, or...
It's on a residential street. It's a converted house.
Okay.
It's definitely not an office you would have if you had tens of thousands of dollars of cash in a drawer.
This is looking even worse, so... Okay,
Well, I mean, this man had thousands of dollars in this drawer.
And taking... which could be bribes or... That's not... Embezzlement of some sort.
All I
Dude,
know-
who cares about embezzlement? Corpse! We have a corpse!
So... Well, actually... What did...
Can you go shut that dog up?
No.
What do you expect me to do?
We need to be quieter. And scream's not going to do anything.
So you guys can decide why you're there. You can decide who did it. You can decide why he was there in the middle of the night.
So...
You decide what you're going to do with the money.
Yes.
I don't need it. I'm not touching it.
So... Okay, but who...
Well, it is evidence.
Okay. Well, let's... I'm actually going to find this
I will
interesting.
tell you this much: you are not supposed to be there. This is not an ordained function.
So that's our three-pointer, is that one of us murdered
you're gonna
him.
be a sheriff's deputy in a prison, and not in the good way. If anybody finds out.
So just kind of settling it there. He is dead by one of our hands.
Yeah,
So,
well, at least it could be multiple.
At least one of
You
our
could have
Well,
all agreed to have done this.
Look,
I don't
somebody shot him. Probably me. Somebody stabbed him.
How? What do you mean?
I'm going with literally whoever says anything first. We're going improv rules. Don't negate.
Oh, look. It's clear that he was shot and stabbed and strangled a little bit.
Who said he was strangled? How can you tell?
The ligature marks around his neck. Somebody grabbed his tie during the middle of the fight. Could have been the person stabbing him. All I know is I got a gun, and I shot the man.
We're just not committing to who did it, are we?
I'm going to claim this as
This is-
self-defense. Should anything happen.
Roll cutting demonstration.
All of us?
Yeah, you can all roll. So you're a reporter who cannot demonstrate any knowledge.
I'm
I
sorry,
have
I'm not going to...
one die, so I'm
Cunning and what now?
failing.
Cunning demonstration.
We're looking for matches?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sixes and ones.
None.
All right. You realize, hey, you did shoot him. Middle of town. Middle of the night. Big, loud-ass gunshot. You're still standing there.
It's like, we should probably go.
You have the lights on.
It's like, turn the lights off. I'm turning the... Wait, is the door open? Is the door to the office open?
It's a ways, like, to the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is it open?
I'm going to go run and check.
Okay. Yeah, it's open and
I
a little bit away.
close the door.
Yeah. One of the coffee tables is turned over. There's been a struggle.
Well, just...
That happened during the strangling, apparently.
Or the stabbing. One of the two.
Yeah.
All right. So we're all in this together, right?
I don't know what you're telling about me and together. I came here finding you two covered in blood and then having to take care of this.
Then why did you stab the man?
I didn't.
Well, then what are you doing here? Do you get psychic calls when there's a body?
All right. We got to clean this up.
What do you mean clean this up?
Starting to think your fire idea is going to be the best idea.
Told you. Come on, let's find something in here.
So
I know there's lots of papers. There's money.
Yeah, the money will be good. Money will be
You're
good.
gonna burn all that money.
Not all of it.
I'm not. I don't need.
I
the
have a
money.
family. So
You do have a family. Many of them hurt, and your cousins never quite recovered from losing all this stuff in the rental. You have little kids that need to go to college. Tens of thousands of dollars.
It'd be a waste to leave it.
Unreported in a fake dress drawer. Nobody's going to be looking for it.
I'm actually going to try to locate. Is there anything flammable?
There's a shit ton of stuff flammable. It's a big office building. Set a file cabinet on fire.
So
All right. Disco Inferno. Let's go Disco Inferno on this place.
would it be? I would say cunning. Well, if cunning and observation or cunning and demonstration to know what would burn most efficiently and look less like an arson.
Nothing. You don't have time.
You're a coroner, not a forensic. Not a fire forensics guy.
I'll roll patient demonstration.
Patience demonstration. Okay.
Yeah. Education and knowledge.
2 ones.
It's going to look like an arson. You're going to be able to. Anybody's going to be able to tell from the skeletal structure that he was murdered. You don't care. You need to burn off trace evidence, meaning that you need to make sure the flame is on him so nobody can pull good DNA. You can also dump bleach from the sink on him.
What about dental records? Though?
You don't care if they identify him. They don't want him. You don't. You're past that. There are sirens in the distance.
You're right.
You need to make sure they don't identify your ass.
Actually, start with some bleach.
Yeah. All right.
Spread that around, and
Just see whatever we can find that's flammable under the sink. I'm sure there's got to be some kind of cleaning product in there somewhere.
Okay.
And grab the money.
All right.
In
What do you put it in?
trash bags.
Trash bags money. Sounds good to me.
Before we go, what other paperwork did he have?
There's a file folder open on his desk.
Does it have a name on it?
It's got a bunch of names on it. It's apparently what he was looking at when you came inside.
So, grab it, put it
At 1 in the morning.
grab it, and take it with me.
All right. You grab it and take it with you. So you leave out the back, I assume?
Mm-hmm. And like match.
Yep.
I got.
You light it on fire. There is a big fire.
All right, now we go.
Now we go.
All right. Who drove?
I did.
Because you all drove here together.
Okay. That's what. Okay.
What are you driving? The patrol car or your personal car?
Personal car.
Personal car.
Okay. So, all right. Hey, look. Okay. I appreciate you shot him in the head. So, what do you want me to do with it? What do you want me to do with this ice pick? Because, I should probably get rid of it.
Why didn't you throw it in the fire?
Because it would still be there as evidence.
We're going to have to find some way to destroy it, but that'll come later.
I can bury it later.
For now, grab that tarp
You
out
shoot
of
him with your shotgun?
No, pistol.
All right. Well, that's the murder weapon. As well as an ice pick. You have 2 murder weapons with you.
Exactly. The evidence can
And a bag full of bleachy, bloody cash.
So we're going to have to launder that money.
So who do you drop off first?
Well, first things first, tarp
Okay.
over the seats
Okay. All right.
so that we don't get blood all over the car.
So you already had a tarp over your seat?
No, I said grab that tarp out of the trunk. We're going to throw it on and drive.
I'll let you do it if you already had a tarp over your seat.
We had a tarp over the seat.
So that's
You
what
got a
that.
tarp over the seat.
So that's what that was.
You're
for.
really prepared. You were taking the dogs out for a walk.
Yeah, that's my story, and I'm going to stick with it. Those dogs that dog hair gets all over everything.
We were only supposed to scare him.
Well, I think we did it. Did you see his last moments? He looked terrified.
Oh, very. And I mean, the way his eyes bugged out when you grabbed his tie,
That's a good line.
that was scary.
That is a really good line. You look scared as shit. Before we kill him.
Yeah, it's a straight into Coen Brothers movie, really quick.
Yeah.
Like, it's Dirty World. But of course it does.
Yeah.
Once we get back to our life. Fucker's finally gone.
I need a drink.
All right, so you got to drop people off their house. Who's taking care of the murder weapons? Who's holding the cash?
I don't actually need the
And
cash.
who's taking care of your clothes?
Well, I suggest that we all meet together at my place first. Dad's going to be out like a light. He's on Percodan. So
Get any of your clothes. I need them. I can take them to the office. We have an incinerator there for.
All right, so you're going to meet at David's house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, actually, dude. Like we also know, like we brought spare clothes with us.
All right. Okay.
We planned
that's
for
good.
this.
That's fine.
Well, mine was a jumpsuit because I would strip it off and.
So that ends the scene. So you can look. You can look on the other side. So you can make a slide. You can slide anything, or you have instant quality improvements, which means like if any of those things happen to you, you can make a case when I get back from urinating for another die.
well, I think we got a solid case for endurance because we clearly survived a physical confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And I think that it's safe to say that we probably just picked up a generosity because some trash bags full of cash. Or actually, selfishness.
I'm not taking the cash. I actually don't need the money.
All right.
Oh,
Any cases for die?
Yeah, endurance because we survived a physical confrontation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Anybody else?
Defiance for escaping from escaping and burning our trail behind us.
Oh no, you weren't scorned. That means somebody
Okay.
dissed you, basically.
Okay. So.
I'm allowing this to be narrative, so you can make a case for anything you want, but you have to play as if that happened. So if you make a case for deceit, have your faith betrayed. You didn't know you were going to go do that.
That would be a good
Actually,
one for him.
yeah, that would be.
Clearly, I planned something.
Yeah.
I came with an ice pick, so
Wrath, torment the helpless. I didn't say he was armed. It's up to you.
he was coming right for us
Yeah.
Oh,
with his bare hands.
His powerful bare hands.
Sorry.
yeah.
Good eye.
So no, yeah, we
With his
yeah,
powerful
yeah,
hands.
we're all done that.
Yeah.
Make sure.
All right. So what are you getting?
Just endurance.
Endurance. All right. 2 endurance, 1 deceit. All right. Cool. So where do you live, David? Or, where you live, Barnaby?
That's Bobby to my friends. But I have a house on the outskirts of town.
Okay.
And heading there now.
Do you have a garage?
Yeah.
All right, so you pull in the garage, you know, low and swinging light bulb. You're all covered in fucking blood. Pulling the tarps out of the seats. Big sweaty bag of cash. And covered in blood. 2 murder weapons. Delineate tasks. What are you going to do?
I'll tell you what. All right, since we only do it, I'll be the first to shower
Yeah.
and change.
Throw your clothes right here, everything. Strip all the way down.
Yeah, just everything off.
Yep. Okay.
Taking off my jumpsuit, which thankfully, and the scrubs booties, which if I was just going to work, that would automatically be in there to begin with. So thankfully, all my underclothes are pretty much
Okay.
clean of anything else, but taking that because that needs to go away.
Uniform in there, changing clothes. And we're going to take everything, our tarp, everything in it, including the ice pick.
You burn your trash, don't you?
I burn my trash.
Okay.
It's going to go into a trash barrel. It's going to get covered in accelerant, and it's going to get lit on fire right now.
No.
Accelerant is a fancy word for gasoline.
My car's at yours. Let's put in a couple trash bags. We need a place where it will go away.
Are your cars there?
No, I rode a bike over.
Or did you pick you up?
So I probably met him over there. So
I rode a bike.
So there's a bike and your car's there. All right.
And I can take this to work, put it in the cremator.
The incinerator.
No, we don't need to put this through a crematorium. We just need to burn it here.
And what is your explanation when this doesn't go? It's like when they find a burn pile on here.
He burns his
I
trash.
burn my trash.
So
I've always burned my
Social
trash.
combat. I don't care. You can just argue about this all night.
Oh, I'm
So,
going to go up showering. That's
I'm
what
already lighting it up.
No. All right.
okay.
Okay.
I hear the cottonwoods whispering.
So you're in the shower.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to look through that file that was on top of his desk.
All right. While he's burning it. Okay.
Well, not the file. I'm not burning the file. I'm just burning.
Okay. So you look at the file. You see public county records that you're somewhat familiar with, being a coroner.
So, hey, Tom, can you give me a piece of paper? Thanks.
It's very odd. You see one, the various homes owned by an Amelia Scanlon. And you're a native, right?
Yes, I am.
To her,
So,
you see. The Scanlon clan are notorious hick trash. Just white trash of the epic order. One of them got famous for a weird form of clog dancing he invented back in the 60s. He was on some Tonight shows. But the rest of them are just moonshine drinking, toothless inbred, crazy assholes. They've killed more of each other than they have other people, and that's saying something in either way. They're just the lowest of the low. Like not a one of them's made it past 10th grade. They're just somewhat of local legends in her receipt.
so, and what was the last name again?
Scanlon.
Scam.
Scrub.
And
The other one is it's very odd. It's only one rental property from a Coyote Heart dating back to the 1960s. It's the only record of property he has owned outside of it. And it appears that he, as his name is Coyote Heart,
Native American.
that he's from the Muskogee Reservation, which means that the county records wouldn't have any records of his homes if he was living on the reservation.
We'd have to
That
get something from
is,
the tribal.
Yeah, it's from the tribal government. So there's a Coyote Heart and there's an Amelia Scanlon.
Okay. And was that actually a bought property on her end, or
Multiple properties, typically single and double wide trailers, all located within walking distance of each other.
so? Which would make sense on
He's got pretty good credit. Apparently, that's a rarity.
considering the family record, probably so.
You hear as you're showering, Bobby! Bobby! Bobby!
Like, that's his problem. That's
You hear a banging on the wall next in the shower, in the adjoining to the bathroom. Bobby, help! Bobby!
You hear it. I don't. I'm outside.
He is not.
burning stuff.
He is burnt. He is looking stoically into a flame.
it's like he's outside.
Do I actually hear it from in the house? or-
No, it's just out. Help! Help, Bobby! Help! Help! Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. I can't find my medic alert, Bobby! I can't find it! I'm going for it! I can't...
God damn it!
Like,
He's cold.
Like, all right, I take my phone, which I'll like text him.
Roll patient demonstration.
Under your chair.
Fuck.
9s.
If he finds his medic alert, he's going to automatically call the paramedics with the press of a button. And they're going to come rushing out to the home as quickly as possible.
Stop him! Wrap a towel around your waist and take care of it.
Yeah. grab a towel, go like, oh, for fuck's sake! All right.
All right, you go through the unfamiliar house. You see a very old room. There's war medals on the shelf. Various pictures of a man and a woman. There is a man down on the ground. It is a bedpan is spilt over, and he has fallen off the bed. He's in a tangle of sheets and he's flailing around. It appears that he's fallen off the bed. Bobby.
All right, hold on. I'll help you up there.
Who are you? Why get out of my house? You're not supposed to be in my home. Get out! I fought for this country. You damn good.
All right,
Racial slur.
Yeah. I'll just walk outside. Like, hey, there's an old guy who's falling out of bed.
Poppy.
Yeah, he's threatening to fight a war against me or something. I couldn't tell exactly.
Yeah, in this light, your eyes do kind of look a little slanty.
Whoa!
So you just
that is
left him
racist.
there? Okay.
Yeah. But he says, well, he was looking for his life alert thing, and if he signals them, it's going to send an ambulance right out here.
Don't worry, the battery's been dead on that thing for weeks.
Okay. We see how good of a caregiver Bobby is.
You're a good son. I'm going to go finish up getting cleaned up, and it's the next person's turn.
Well, let me take care of him first. In we go.
All right.
Poppy, just calm down.
Oh, where, Bobby? Are you? There's a man in the house, Bobby. Get my gun.
No, Poppy. He's a friend of mine.
What's he doing? What's he doing at this time of night?
It's our poker night. The game went on a little long.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you come? I've been yelling. I fell out of the bed. God damn, can't get up out of bed no more.
Well, I didn't hear you. I was outside burning trash. Did you hit that little button thingy?
Yeah, I got it. They're coming. You're going to have to call them and tell them. I thought there was danger. The lady talked to me. She sounded pretty.
I'll call her up.
Okay. All right. I fouled myself. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to. Have to do this.
Oh, hey, we'll take care of that. One thing at a time, okay? One thing at a time. Let's get you to your bathroom. We'll get you taken care of.
All right.
Let's call the number. Find out, did he actually talk to somebody or is he just dreaming?
Okay.
Like, welcome to Sex Bringer Hotline.
So there's a flame out in the trash pile. He is looking at files on a car hood, I guess.
Yeah. Like flashlight that I...
There's a gun and an ice pick. What do you do with them?
Right now, I'm just focusing on getting myself cleaned up.
Okay,
I'm done with
you're cleaned up. Yep.
Okay, redressed in the clothes I brought with me.
All right.
This dokey gun and ice pick. Well, we could bury them. I'll actually go outside with you. So, how do you want to get rid of these implements?
What's the ice? Is it just a metal ice pick?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
As most ice picks are.
I'm talking about the diamond one, you asshole.
It's like forged.
It's made of dragon bone.
As you can tell, we've been playing a lot of Skyrim lately.
It's like made to cleanse the ice of the unending ice giant.
So,
No, this one's made out of celery. It's one of those new organic ice picks.
So you're on the phone. You're calling the life alert people.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes. My poppy fell out of his bed. He said that he had made a call in. I just wanted to let you guys know. Did you get a call?
What's your location?
Do you have my address?
Well, this is the medical alert tech support number that you found on the back of the bracelet. In terms of actual routing to paramedics, that's different. It's going to take me a while to find your routing information, sir. Could you please hold for me?
I sure can.
Oh, thank you. Hold music starts playing.
It's inevitably the girl from Ipanema.
Yes,
So-
it is inevitably the girl from
trying to think. Patience demonstration to see, because actually looking at it at the ice pick itself, see what it's made out of, like stainless steel or something, or
Yeah.
With a wooden handle?
Yes.
Yeah, wooden handle.
It's a nice pick.
so. So yeah, probably wouldn't be that. Probably nothing that we have right now that would be
I
oxidizing agent to just
I had
scour
a
there.
brief flirtation with ice sculpting a while back. It just didn't pan out.
Really?
I never bothered. Well, it wasn't the same as clay. Yeah, that's really. I think that's my sculpting.
I think that's the least of our issues at the moment. So we're gonna have a harder time, especially it's ice pick. I think we could probably destroy or bend with enough. That's like heat. That's like enough heat. The gun, I have absolutely no idea, just because that's registered to our friend over there as a firearm of the county. If they manage to pull a bullet from, that's a bullet body.
I'm sure he wouldn't use his service revolver for this. Come on,
Actually,
come on. He's a sheriff.
Since I have my card here, pulling one of the gloves that I have in the compartment to look at it, is it his service revolver?
Yep.
It's a gun. That's all you know.
So.
He told you nothing more. Everybody roll cutting observation.
That's a negative, good buddy.
Nope.
2 sevens, 2 ones.
You hear sirens in the distance.
Like, hey,
Call.
you're still
Call the
covered in
local.
blood.
What?
You should go clean up.
Call local.
So
Police?
actually, I shouldn't have as much because my
Well, local
suit-
switchboard.
I'm talking about
Okay.
your hair, your face, your extremities.
Yeah. The answer, what's the local dispatcher's name? You would know.
Eddie.
Connie.
Connie.
How y'all doing?
All right, you call it.
Hey, Connie, it's me. It's Bobby.
Bobby, I was just about to call you. What are you doing up this hour?
Well, Poppy took a fall, and he said that he pushed his little panic button, and wanted to find out if it actually went through this time. Is there an ambulance headed out to my place?
Yeah, there is.
Well, can you cancel it for me? We don't need him. I got him back to bed. Everything's going to be all right here. And
All right, I'll try and call them. They left a little bit ago. But we need you downtown. There's been a fire.
oh my God, fire?
We need you doing traffic.
All right, I'll be there just as soon as I can put my pants on.
All right, thank you. So she hangs up. You see at the end of the drive flashing lights. You are covered in blood.
Yeah, I told go inside.
moving around the house, so I'm getting out of view.
Okay. You are outside with a bag of cash and a gun and ice pick.
Arrest him!
He's out back. Out back, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, near the garage, yeah. Where the flame is.
In the barrel out back.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Woo, 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 woo.
Like, that's
Okay.
fucking money. Like, also, I'll put it in the back. I'll put it in the back of his trunk.
Okay.
Where we?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know why we would have taken it out.
Okay. What are you doing with the murder weapons?
Drunk.
Wait,
Actually, no. Wait. This.
is it in the trunk of whose car? Okay.
Actually, first, I like something to wipe them down.
Okay, all right. That's fine.
Yeah, that'll help.
And actually, I'm just going to go back and like, fuck, cold.
All right, the ambulance pulls up.
Wait, do you have any lawn chairs in your garage?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one. Just take it out by the barrel. That's better. Go with the fire.
Okay.
Let's see the.
So you hear doors slam.
And I'm heading downstairs already and quickly toweling myself off.
Okay. Your uniform is still covered in blood.
Yeah, and on fire.
Okay.
Fortunately, I have spares.
Yeah. Okay. So you're in a robe, I guess, or
Yeah.
something like that. All right.
But made sure to get blood off face, hands.
Yeah.
I feel good. Squeaky. Making squeaky sounds with my forearm.
Waving at the paramedics.
Oh, hey, how you doing
Jimmy?
there, Barnaby?
Hey, Jimmy. Poppy hit the panic button again. I tried to get a hold of Connie before you guys headed out here.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, can we just check on it for a bit? You know, we need to just to clear things out.
Well, he is in one of his moods right now. Are you sure?
It's nothing I'm not used to,
He's
Bob.
going to
You
call
know
you
how it
something.
is.
He's going to call you something.
Okay, well, just so you know, he had some of them Percocets earlier, and there's a bit of a mess in there.
Okay.
I'm working on it, but...
Hey man, I've seen my fair shit. We're good.
It's like, if I had $1 for every weird thing I ever saw.
All right, they're coming inside, Eric.
Well, I only moved behind the house, so where they couldn't see me. I'm not in the
They're
house.
coming around the back. There's a fire. There's a fire in the back. Like, if there's a fire, you go towards the fire.
Well, fellas, I just got a burn pile going back there. Don't worry about it.
I just look back like, hey guys.
Hey, who's this? You got friends over, Bobby?
Well, I did earlier, and sadly, I'm going to have to break up the party. I got to go into work a little bit.
Oh, come on, say it ain't so.
Yeah, they said there's something going on downtown.
Yeah. All right, Commissioner, you go deal with you go deal with the Joker or something.
Sorry about this, Jimmy. We had a poker game, and we had a bit of trash, and they were helping me clean up the house a bit, and then Poppy took his fall. It's been a weird night.
Okay, all right. I can send Lim up to check on old Poppy, and I'll just stay here. So, how you doing there, Bob?
Oh, pretty good.
Is the garage enclosed?
No. You see a man creep past you in the house. You can hide that much in the dark house.
Okay.
But you are still soaked in blood. It is
Unfortunately-
very disconcerting.
Unfortunately, he's
Well,
Sherlock Holmes.
I should have been able to get off my feet, so I'm not tracking anything.
Yeah.
Because of what I stripped, the suit I stripped off. So I'm just going to get up and get into the bathroom and lock the door. So.
Okay. So you do that. So Jimmy, his name is Jimmy Santos. He's a local paramedic. He comes over to talk to you there, Bobby. It's like, so Bob, what's your friend doing over here tonight?
Oh, we were playing poker. It's our usual poker night, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Did you play 2-man poker?
Oh, no, we had a third, but he left, about a half an hour ago, wasn't it?
I'm kind of shit-faced.
Yeah, James has had a little bit too much to drink there, Jimmy.
That's why I took a bike.
And he was good enough to help me clean up. We had a bunch of chips, and so we just decided to burn up the trash now while we had a chance, and give him a little bit of a chance to sober up a bit.
What smells like copper?
All right. Well, I got a thing to talk about you. I'm sure you heard about what's going on in town already. Shop talk. Can we go off to the side here?
Oh, sure.
All right.
I
Well,
know it was
look, I mean, I don't really know. I just heard it over the PA, just like you guys did.
They said there was a situation they need me to go downtown and direct traffic.
Yeah, we'll get out of your
hair.
hair, but look, Bobby, I know you got your proclivities, and I'm not like the other people in town. I don't judge. What a man does in his own home is fine, but your dad, he's not of that generation. You know what I mean, Bobby? Like he's losing it. The dementia's setting in, and if you do things like this, you need to maybe go to a hotel or something, so we don't have to come out here like that. So he's making a persuasive purity attack against your corruption to make you less selfish.
Well,
I could just walk by and smack
You can
him in the
defend or you can take the hit. It's up to you.
I'm going to defend.
All right.
With my own persuasive purity.
He's using wit. Because he knows your secret.
Okay. Well, if I go into town, if I find a hotel that's way away from here, who's going to look after it? And there ain't nobody in this town that he won't have a problem with, because everybody he looks at, he sees something he don't like.
Okay.
except for Jack Arian.
And he can't have any...
So what are you defending with?
Oh, persuasive purity?
Okay, yeah. You're going to defend your own purity.
Let me borrow those two.
Right. So it could be a guy like Jack Arian, the whitest, purest guy in town.
I got 3 5s.
Well, he used your secret, so he got 4x7. So you know that you're true, and you know that you're right. And as you're saying it in your mind, the light dying out of Joe Bilby's eyes flashes through your mind. And you realize that maybe you're not that without blame after all. So slide a point of corruption over to purity. Because you did just kill a man.
He wasn't. Hey, David. He wasn't a man.
Not really.
So
It's like distance 5.
So you're locked in the bathroom, right?
Yes.
You hear, what the fuck? What the hell? Bobby, what do you like the bathroom for? You got somebody in here?
Yeah, bathroom's a mess. Leave the bathroom alone.
What the hell you want me to do with this bedpan? You got shit all over the place.
Use his bathroom. There's 2 of them. There's the hall and there's the one in his room.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I haven't taken a shower yet. I'm not making any noise.
So you're still covered in blood, just in case.
And partially naked.
Not partially.
Well, okay, it's all right.
You can wear your underwear when you murder a man. I didn't.
I freeball.
Well, no, when
I kill a man commando. That's God intended.
Enhances the thrill of the kill.
God damn it.
Like naked.
All right. Well, we'll get out of here. Liam, just let that go for now. We got to get to the fire. So he runs to the stairs. Like, we'll see you once you get dressed down there, Bobby.
Absolutely.
All right.
Do I hear any of this?
That you do.
Cinching the robe a little bit close. I guess the party really is over.
All right.
I guess so.
So that ends the scene.
I can totally
so you can make a case.
I can smack your ass like that.
Murdering people is hard.
No, it's more or less watching a Coen Brothers drama is fun. Being in one, not so much.
Speak for yourself, man.
This is awesome. All right.
We are so guilty.
We're going to swing for this.
Yeah, if we're caught. Remember, there's always that requirement first. Come on. Crimes go unsolved all the time. Besides, if he was such a dick, they're not, people aren't going to be so sad to see him gone.
Well,
surely we'll be lauded as heroes for our actions later.
Yes.
all right.
Totally how dirty world works.
So I'm going to make a case for point of deceit, gaining one, because I basically fabricated it was just a poker game. And by poker game, I mean sex.
No, you need to be lied to get a point of deceit.
Ah.
Like, can I offer you
Have your
sex?
faith betrayed. You put some faith in someone, and you should not have.
Ah, so that's not a slide.
Yeah. You can slide anything you want.
Okay.
But I thought you were making a case for improvement.
Yeah.
Like adding a die. You can slide anything you want. You don't have to tell me.
Let's see.
Except for an identity. Those stay the same.
Okay.
Observation, I got taken by surprise. I had no idea he knew.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good case.
And when he says he's not like the others, I wonder what he really means.
So, observation for reading through the file and picking up on those.
Yeah.
So-
He was, for some reason, in his office at 1 a.m. looking at old property records he'd pulled from City Hall.
So, actually, we also saying for the old ones, I meant to ask how old were the dates?
Well, the Coyote Heart one was very old.
Okay.
Apparently he has not been living off the reservation, at least in this county, for a very long time. Apparently it was a brief stint in the 60s.
So years, or
Yeah.
no, decades actually.
Yeah, decades. And the Scanlons are pretty recent.
Okay, so
I can't think of anything for me.
Okay.
Oh,
You
wait
can
a
just
minute.
slide something if you want.
Well, might I make a suggestion for you there, Tom? Demonstration, understanding something new. You just found out something you didn't know about me.
Do you want him to have overheard it?
He was close enough to.
All right, yeah. Okay.
So, observation?
Yes. And you now know David's secret.
Except, it can't go higher than the,
Yeah.
it can't go higher than that, the status attached.
Where are
to
you
it.
at?
Okay.
Yeah, I can. No, I totally can.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So you get a point of observation. You know that Jimmy Santos now thinks you are Barnaby's gay lover.
Right.
And that Barnaby is gay.
Right. All right.
I live in LA.
Dude, we just killed a guy together. I think knowing this shit is the least of.
I was intolerant before tonight, but
Now
everything's in
In
perspective.
fact, I want to.
Once you kill a man with another man, there's no deeper bond.
And besides that, now he's got the perfect alibi because now nobody is going to say,
Hey, you know what? I'm a sculptor, among other things. You know, we can go back and we can do the pottery scene from Ghost together.
I did not mean to take this far. All right, so what are you doing? You have sweaty cash, so we're going to fast forward to the morning and get rid of the blood washing. Who is taking the murder weapons and who is taking the money?
all right, I'm going to take that gun because all I have to do is swap the barrel out. They'll never be able to match it.
Okay.
And what about the ice pick?
We're going to have to do something with that. Do you have some way to melt it down? You're an artist, don't you have one of them kiln thingies?
I can't afford it. Well, I can afford one, but I don't have a kiln right now.
What's the most? That's like, would I have access to some other
The
corrosive
crematorium at the coroner's office.
or I would have, which
would
I
be able to melt that quality of metal.
but also it would.
It's not stainless steel. It's a cheap ice pick.
The thing is, it would
Well,
also.
yeah,
the thing
it was
is,
a brief flirtation with ice.
The thing is, we would not be able to clean it out of the crematorium. There'd be questions about why there's a melted metal hunk in there.
Yeah, you could roll patient demonstration for that. I'll let you do that.
Okay.
I've got a thought on that if it fails.
Shit, no. So,
How many bodies do you melt down that have hip replacements?
That was basically what I was going to say.
so that's true. So,
You could
which,
say that the metallic residue is from someone who had some sort of metal.
okay. So I can. That's a legitimate. That's a legitimate argument.
And it's
So,
easy enough to take out earrings before you put somebody through the fire, but if someone's got a brand new metal hip, you can't exactly take that out first.
on the intern. So,
Yeah, if you care.
I forgot. Why were you angry at Bilby?
He snatched our parents' house.
Okay.
The family house.
Cool. Cool.
I'm not touching the money. I actually really.
So who's taking the money?
I don't need it.
I need it.
All right.
so I'm well off, and I was not going in there with plans to murder.
So the money is still in your trunk.
Yeah.
Actually, the money is in my basement.
Okay, the money is in your basement. That's fine. So the money's in your basement. You go to the fire.
I pedal home.
So you're going home, and you're going to medical office. I guess?
I'm going to go there, but also checking my messages because I'm assuming that I'm assuming that I have access. I have alerts from the local PD. So if there's something involving a murder, so
Yeah,
checking
not
the-
yet.
Okay,
They don't know.
I'm
They're still
I'm
fighting
ex-
a fire.
I'm expecting it.
So you're just going to go home and wait for a call?
I'm going to go to the office first.
Okay.
Is there? Do we have anybody doing overnight shifts or?
No, it's unlocked.
Okay.
You can unlock it, basically. There's nobody there.
So unlocking it. That's unlocking it. Although before I do go in, the area where I have the crematorium, I'm assuming that's under tape surveillance, right?
Yeah.
So, and is this a government? Is this a government building part of a larger government office, or is it separate from?
It's part of a small medical clinic that services Harisi.
Okay.
The nearest hospital is about 45 to 50 minutes away.
Okay.
So you have an ambulance service out here in that tiny little clinic. But
Most of the locals are part of Air Evac Life Team, which is a helicopter service you pay $50 a year for, but what it'll do is it will dispatch a helicopter if necessary to take you to a bigger city hospital.
yeah.
Okay. So.
And you keep the crematorium for the John Doe's, basically, because you get a lot of people coming off the res that you don't have any qualifications for, no family come looking for. That you got.
Not only that, we also get a lot of drifters around here for some reason.
Yep.
And they seem to vanish here a lot. The greater good.
So.
Greater good.
Also, actually, before I do anything else, see if that would be cunning demonstration. possibly for the crematorium, do we have to run cycles on it to keep it clear every once in a while?
Yeah.
So would I have to roll for that?
Yeah. Just roll to make it look like you're just running a cycle on it. Yeah.
So, come on.
You can do it.
I'll give you +2 for that. That's a good idea.
Okay, so. Oh, well, it's
+2 dice.
+2 dice. So, yeah, but I had another 5, so that was 2 5s.
Yeah,
so.
that's a good idea. So, you run a cleaning cycle in the crematorium.
Before I do go in, we have a general security guard who's.
No, it's
a small enough facility.
It's a tiny little medical facility that's done for rural operators.
Okay, so just doing my normal routine, looking like I'm writing some notes down.
Yeah, you could totally get away with this. That's why you guys planned it that way, right?
Yeah. We were good there. Just scare him.
Okay.
And we
Scare
did.
him.
We totes did.
He was very scared.
Up until the point where he ceased functioning.
All right, David. So you show up at the fire, I assume?
Yeah. And just, well, holy hell, what's going on down here?
All right. So Sheriff Oren Denny is there. And
Sheriff, what?
Oren Denny.
Okay.
I love that name.
He is your boss. Barnaby, where the hell you been?
I was at my house taking care of Poppy. What's going on?
Goddamn firefighters, volunteer shit. I need you running traffic down to the south. We got to get this shut down immediately. We've got to get this fire out right now.
I'm on it. Head to the south.
All right, I will give you an understanding. I'll give you an understanding honesty.
All right.
I'll give you understanding honesty or understanding deceit. I will color my description based on what you roll.
Understanding honesty.
Okay.
Pair of 8s.
Pair of 8s.
Oh, and pair of 6s.
The fire doesn't need to be out. You guys did a pretty good job. It's raging.
It was like silent high five.
In your limited experience in her AC, Sheriff Denny wouldn't give a shit. Like, he'd probably just let it burn out because it doesn't look like it's going to catch on the other buildings. He'd be pretty lackadaisical about it. He doesn't seem like a get up and go kind of man, but he's very eager to get this fire out. Really wants it out. He is, in fact, not directing any traffic himself. He is just staring at the fire and screaming at the firemen.
Oh,
He was my lover.
well, now we know who was. Now we have a suspicion of who was in whose pocket.
What? You don't know that.
So you direct traffic for the rest of the night. So
Yeah.
we burn an ice pick, direct traffic for the rest of the night. You go home exhausted and tired. It's been a pretty crazy goddamn day. So are you guys going to talk to each other the next day, or are you going the route of never speaking to each other again? It's up to you. You're going to speak to each other again, but it's up to you whether you do it by choice or I do something that makes you think it's a good idea.
Diner the next morning.
Diner the next morning? Okay.
Diner next morning.
Actually, and this is not me running away from the plot, honestly.
No, I understand.
So after seeing this entire. Fine, I'll run away the plot. I'll run out this door right now. See ya.
Sit down.
I didn't say anything.
I will pretty much come. All I will do in this case is they do agree to meet when I go there. I'll come in pretending to get a cup of coffee and just passing by. I want nothing else to do with this. Don't talk to me again. I have a family. Goodbye. And just walk out.
Okay. You need to walk out. You need to go look at a charred corpse at a
Oh yeah, go.
arson case because the cop's still working on duty as called in a murder.
So
The big hole in the skull
it's
let them know it probably wasn't a fire.
Actually, the amazing thing about this, fires burrow. They leave a cylindrical.
That's basically what you're getting ready to do. So you take a moment to prep yourself. Back at the
When
diner.
you come in, it's like, wow, what? You look like you've been done in all night. It's like actually, like lightly, just what's going on? Tell me.
Oh, there was some big crazy fire downtown. Doreen, can I get some coffee?
Oh, sure, honey. You have the files. They were left on your trunk last night, so you know what Aaron knew. You didn't say you took it with you.
Sure. So
You also have a shit ton of money back in your house.
I think we need to meet to talk
Like,
a little bit later.
just, still patting the hand. Like, was it that bad?
Oh, it was worse than that.
Oh, like, why do you do this job? I think it looks like it's killing you.
Well, I'm going to be heading home here in a little bit. Got to check on Poppy, see how everything's going. Doreen, can I get some eggs to go?
Yeah, I'll get them, honey. Silas! Eggs on a runner!
Get back in your cell! Don't bite me, get the hose!
I don't know Dino Talk. I'm just making it up.
it's better than what I can do. I don't leave it to the reboot ring out that
Throw
out.
some hard.
God damn it. I don't know, David. You do the Dino Talk.
Okay.
You're responsible for playing all Dino games. And yourself.
Silas, Adam and Eve on a raft and throw some hog on them.
All right, there we go.
Some down in a bucket of witch hazel.
No. Translation, 2 eggs on toast with bacon.
You learned something today, RPPR crew.
You're welcome.
Who am I kidding? If you're anything like us, you've probably had your fair share of service industry jobs. So I'll just leave that there. All right. Yeah. So what are you guys talking about? Or are you just gonna leave it there?
Apparently we relayed the information that we need to meet up again, but we just couched it in different.
But not here, around all of these people who are listening in to everybody else's business because this is a small town.
Okay.
Even though I was giving him some reason to chat.
You have a cell phone, right?
Yeah, I lived in LA.
You're
I experienced civilization.
your awesome cell phone.
Yeah.
Your awesome LA's
Yeah,
cell phone
this is
rings.
it. Right here.
No,
This is it.
yeah, it's bigger than other cell phones. That makes it better.
You bet you wish you had one of these.
It starts ringing.
It's a tablet
Who
that
is
you
it?
can take calls on.
It's your sister's number.
It's like, hey Julie, what's going on?
Okay, don't freak out, all right?
Okay.
Just don't, all right, I know I'm not supposed to be home right now because it's school day, but I know you're going to bitch about this, but this is an emergency, okay? I need you to, be cool for, 3 seconds.
Proceed.
All right, look, I ditched... Okay, and I wouldn't tell you, but somebody threw a brick through the window, and it totally wasn't one of my friends, and it's not like a joke or anything. And seriously, don't be a tool about this because I'm really scared, and I really want you to come home right now. You were out all night, and I didn't ask what you were doing, so yeah, I skipped second period because Miss Tinley's a bitch. I get it, but I'm 15, YOLO.
Julie,
so but there's a brick.
Julie, I'm on my way home.
Okay, all right.
And no, I'm not going to be a bitch about this. I promise.
Sounds like you got some trouble there.
Sisters, what can you do? I'm not that much more mature than she is. Actually, I just have to be.
All right.
You want me to come with? See what I can.
No. If I bring a sheriff's deputy with me, she's going to think I'm totally being cool about this.
You do got a point there.
Anyway, I'll see you around.
All right. So you are at the crime scene. You also know Sheriff Orendini.
So this looks familiar. What? Nothing.
Yeah, totally an accident. Yep, that's what it is.
Looks like you fell.
Dr. Conley, it's good to see you.
It's Sheriff Orland. What's going on?
Well, Dr. Conley, I'm gonna be honest. We got a hell of a crime scene here.
It looks like it.
It's not. We're not used to it this space, but this. I'll let you know. This makes careers here. We got a murder, clear murder. They tried to cover it up with arson. The victim's status in the community makes makes for obvious financial motive. This is the kind of case that makes careers, Dr. Conlon. This is the kind of case that sends a man to Tulsa. I'll let you know.
World traveler, Tulsa.
Like, oh yes, a shining golden city on the hill.
Wait, could you get me to Oklahoma City? Don't talk about that verdant Eden.
Like,
We're never going to make it to Oklahoma
back
City.
where the streets have 4 lanes.
And there's a Taco Bell on every
We are
corner.
no fucking different here, Oklahomans. Don't stop listening, Oklahoma.
Don't stop believing.
Because we are just as, if not more, shitty. We don't have Indian reservations, and I read a lot of scalps. Thus, I set the campaign in your state.
We went.
That is the extent of my reasoning.
We went to Indianapolis and experienced culture. And on our way back, we stopped at a Colton Steakhouse in Rolla, Missouri.
Dude, fuck you for doing that. That was the most depressing moment of my life.
The Colton?
No, segue from the game. Little anecdote. We go with the entire archery crew to some Indian place that I've never eaten Indian food at all before. Not to mention, talk to Ken Height about movies.
Or anything.
I feel like I'm in this crazy utopian jazz age dream of culture.
Some bohemian
talking
paradise.
talking to some of these people in this bohemian paradise. We leave Gen Con, not fun in the first place, because it's a lot of fun at Gen Con.
Yeah.
And then we're driving back, and the first place we fucking stop, other than a gas station on the way back, is a goddamn Logan Steakhouse. Colton Steakhouse in Rolla, Missouri. It was the most depressing decompression of culture in my life. It's like going to the Louvre and then walking into a strip club. It was like I got the cultural bends and the nitrogen in my soul exploded my soul's blood vessels. It was bad.
You have nitrogen narcosis of
It was
cultural
bad. Anyway,
observance.
you're at a crime.
All right, okay. Will the Panera bread be better than that next time?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. You go up slowly. You can't go back down. It was bad.
You recovered.
They were playing I'm a redneck woman and shit. I keep my bras at Walmart and they look just as good as Victoria's Secret. I wanted to kill myself with a fork
Hey, come on.
No, that ain't country.
because I was just I live here.
Oh, besides
This is home to me.
Oh, you didn't live there. Your home was 100 miles away from there.
And it's
Basically
better.
the same thing.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
I know.
sorry.
It's okay.
Game again.
You got
So
that
you
in your
can
system.
roll understanding honesty or deceit. I will color it according to your whims.
Oh.
Well, you have more dice in. That's the question.
Understanding it's going to be deceit because I'm obviously lying about this, so
Okay.
see how this goes. Nothing. So,
He's just a hard-working lawman looking to find the truth. And that terrifies the shit out of you because you had a part in this. Okay.
Well, this man definitely wasn't killed with a knife pick standing right here.
And no guns. He just had a hole in his skull. All right,
natural.
so
We all have that.
That's basically it. You're lying now to try and convince them about anything that is not the case.
looking at that. Well, I'm going to go right now, see at least what the fire did to the body.
Okay.
To Bilby's body.
It burned a large portion of the flesh off. You are confident that between the bleach and the flames, it's very doubtful you're going to be able to pull any fibers or DNA evidence, especially considering you're responsible for doing that as the coroner. You do see a obvious gunshot wound in the head. You also see scoring on the ribs, where there has been multiple stab wounds that have hit the ribs. And you also see a cracked vertebrae, where he was strangled and apparently hit something from the rear as it was happening.
So, looking at... Yeah.
That was you.
Tom just smiled. We don't know who that was. We just know he was both strangled, stabbed, and shot.
And
he was scared.
In a very thorough murder.
and stupid...
No, that's the name of this campaign. A very thorough murder. Done.
And scene.
Anyway, you were saying.
Looking at other stupid questions, since it's a small community, we pretty much know this was Bilby's place and to begin with anyway, right?
Oh, yeah,
sign
everybody
out
so-
too.
Yeah, it's a big realtor sign.
Trying just to do conversation while pretending to do my job with him.
You think this
looking-
might be Joe Bilby? Those look
No.
like his teeth. He's the
God,
only
looks
person
like-
locally who's got them diamonds
This
stuck
man
in
was
the front.
That's like knew this man was a son of a bitch from a lot of locals, but didn't think anybody else had either have the guts or the or the motive to actually go out and do him.
Guts
in.
or the gumption to.
Well, I don't know. You think he was a son of a bitch? I didn't know much about him. Why do you think so?
Local. That's like from what I again I haven't said what I that's like what I heard from that's like heard about him. Apparently just managed to take advantage of some people.
Oh, clearly
really?
somebody disliked this man because look at how he died.
Who'd he take advantage of? Anybody you know? Anybody close to you?
Not particularly. Not particularly. That's lying.
Okay, you could roll again.
I didn't put anything.
This is Sheriff Denny, by the way. I'm sorry for the second.
No, that's
If you could even call it that. The derail. Seriously, we're not eating there again, though.
no. We don't need questions anymore. So
I wanted to cry.
No, there's a Colton Steakhouse in this town. There has to be.
lie for once in your life. 2 10s. Oh my god.
Okay, you're not lying. I'm saying you detect a lie. He's trying to go on. Tell me, do you have something personally against Joe Bilby? Like
The
the
victim?
sheriff really wants you to know why you dislike this man, why you feel like he's bad.
So-
What have you heard? From whom? Where do they live?
So
What
Show
is
me
the
on the
list
doll.
of their fears?
Show me on the doll where he touched you.
look, and I just kind of look back and I'm like, just general gossip, sheriff. I don't know what else you want. One for me.
Dude,
All right, that's your lie roll. Now you're rolling with that. You gotta lie at least once. You lie about how he died, or you have to lie about how much you know about why he might have died. You gotta give him something.
I know.
He's really keyed up to solve this case for some reason.
Obviously. Oh, 2 7s. Finally. So,
All right.
looking at that. Well, from what I can tell.
Oh, that's post.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sheriff man.
Oh, your 7s beat his 6s. All right.
So what I can at least what I can tell from the instance right now, obviously
Maybe difficult to
blunt
determine
trauma
the
to the back.
actual cause of death.
It's like back of the vertebrae and gunshot one that is not self-inflicted, but no weapon.
Could be self-inflicted. He might have shot himself in the
That's
face.
like no. That's like.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
But I'm
coming.
actually looking into it right now, and I have a stupid question: was the bullet still lodged in his head? Or did
Oh,
it go-
no.
It went right out.
It went into a wall that
So-
you then burned down.
Sorry, fire damage too bad. I can't tell what caliber it is at this point until we get back in him, and even that's iffy at best. So, that's like until the rest of your CSI team comes.
CSI team?
Yeah, because this town has one of those.
You could say you argue for it, and they just never give you the money. So that's fine.
So that's like any other investigator right now coming through here was gonna have to give you something else. But what I said, somebody looks like they beat him to hell, set the place on fire, and ran.
All right. So Sheriff Denny just kind of looks at you very starkly as you say that.
So
And then he jiggles furiously as his fat ass kicks the ashes and just launches into a cussing spree. God damn it, motherfucker. And he just walks away. He didn't want to hear that you don't know a lot about what happened.
And so, are any of the other sheriffs around, the deputies around?
A few of them, yeah.
So,
Who you want to talk to?
who's the closest to me? So,
I don't know. What's his
Or actually,
name? What's his or her name?
do I know neither one? Well, actually,
Lorleen.
that's like,
Rita
Laura Leeds,
Crosby.
fine.
Laura Leeds. It's like what? That's like what the hell's gotten him? That's like him. He
I
should
don't
have
know.
done.
Sheriff's riled up about this. He seems awful angry.
And you know the reason was he actually even friends with this guy?
Oh no! I mean, I don't know. We haven't had a murder in years. Certainly not since I've been on the force.
No, that's like no. I admit this is one of the bigger cases since I ever took county.
I don't know. I'm excited too. I mean, they usually just stick me out on the end with the speed traps. I mean, this is amazing.
And I don't even get the real speed traps. We only got one speed gun, so I got to point a hairdryer.
I mean, I asked to canvass the area, but they sent Smith out on that job, of course. But I mean, this is still way better. I mean, it's good to get some real police work. You know what I'm talking about, Dr. Connolly?
No, get the wheels of justice rolling. That's what we all joined for.
All right. So you do see Deputy Smith talking to a very frantic woman on the corner there. So we'll end the scene there.
Okay.
So everybody look and make cases if you have anything. And as a deputy, you could go back to the scene, of course, since the diner scene is open. So, okay, Tom, do you later Christopher Gaming?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't even know that was his number. So let me go hold. So
He's in San Antonio.
yep.
Well, that's not that far.
Yeah, far enough.
Well,
No, you said the deputy's name should have been Carlos Danger.
Danger. Anybody have any cases?
I do not.
Or
Actually,
just
this time I do
slides?
not.
Okay.
Actually,
Not every scene is going to lead to a die,
One-
especially if we're going to play for a long.
so
period
I'm
of
sorry.
time.
Would it actually get to one of where's it?
well,
Would I get another one for? Well, is it? Would I get it for honesty or deceit for basically successfully lying to the sheriff about the murder?
Neither. You neither suffered from being deceived, and you didn't have your faith betrayed.
Okay, so
It's noir. You don't get. It's a reverse of the role playing paradigm. You don't get better from doing things well. You
Yeah.
get better for sucking and
Yeah,
getting your
yeah.
ass kicked.
okay. Oh, you're right. I keep
Like-
forgetting that stuff. Yeah.
The PI gets the shit kicked out of him by mooks for 3 acts, and then in the 5th act,
suddenly he knows
he's a
the cheese from
badass.
milk.
Yeah, like that's how it
That
works.
happened in Blackstead.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, Jack Nicholson gets his ribs kicked in, and then he suddenly learns something. Like
It's like, I learned that ribs are not a good...
I know Elvish. Yeah, pretty much.
so no, this one I did pretty.
Okay, so are
Well,
you
okay,
going to
okay,
the scene
well,
or
dude,
not?
Wait, okay.
I'm going to go to the
If this is true, then wouldn't John McClane walk out of the Nakatomi Tower with like a PhD?
Yeah, pretty much.
How do you explain his
But that's
performance?
not a noir movie.
Well, no, how do you explain his performance in the last Die Hard movie? Those 3 preceding ones, he's basically just a god walking him on the
All right,
motorplane.
we're segueing.
Sorry.
I took up our segue.
That's
We're
right.
allowed one segue in every session of a very thorough murder,
Right.
but no more.
Because Ross isn't here to guide us.
Yes. All right.
returning to the scene of the crime.
All right, you're going to go to the scene, so I'll do your guys' scene next. So you get home.
Yes.
What's your sister's name?
Julie.
Julie. Julie is out on the porch. She is kicking what looks like one of your bushes really frantically
No.
as you pull up.
I just. So did the bush wrong you in some way?
Just I saw a spider, so you could roll understanding deceit, or you could
Bondages?
roll. I'll let you do cunning observation or understanding deceit.
Cunning observation.
All right.
No.
Yeah, it was a spider. One of your windows is gone.
And I assume that's going to be the problem?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go check this out.
Yeah, they just threw a brick in. I don't know what happened. Maybe like a truck came by and hit like a ramp or
That
something?
could definitely be the
Or
case.
is it like a hate crime? I don't know.
I've actually heard a truck's tire can send a pretty significant object flying.
I don't know. We're Catholic, so maybe that could be it.
Right. Very well, it could be. You know how people are in this town sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, let's go look at this brick.
Okay, you go look at the brick. You see the brick, and because it is a clue, there is a rubber band. It's a ways away from the brick, but there's also a rubber band that's on the floor. You don't know why you'd have a rubber band there.
Yeah,
It's been years since your rubber band phase of art.
It's like, man, that thing got up to 13 inches in diameter before I looked at it like, what the hell am I doing?
This is never going to sell.
It's avant-garde. It's garbage.
Garbage?
So did you see anything else? Like, was there anything on the brick when it flew in, or?
No, not at all. No.
No note.
You can roll understanding deceit.
Ones.
Okay, there you go. There's something on the brick.
Right.
Right.
Julie. Remember what I said earlier, that you could always trust me if something's going on?
Oh my God, you're not mom and dad, all right?
Yeah. But, okay, yes, I'm definitely not. But still, I know you well enough. We grew up together. Was there something on the brick?
All right, you have to promise to not get angry with me.
I promise I won't get angry with you, but what was on the brick?
All right, you have to promise, because like a lot of shit is promised to me. Like, go to college, you get a good job, and like if you're a good person, God will take care of you, and all kind of shit.
Oh,
and none of that has worked out. And we talked about this, and I know you yelled at me and stuff, but lots of promises have been made to me, and they haven't worked out. So you have to promise that no matter what you read, you don't get angry at me. All right, so she's making she's going to try and attack your corruption.
Okay.
She doesn't want you to be corrupt. 8. Are you defending?
Yes.
Okay, with what?
I'm trying to think. I'll go with understanding and purity.
Okay.
Just this.
I was never going to lie in the first
it's like,
place.
I-
What are you making me feel bad about this? Okay. That's fine.
basically, we're family.
All right.
Yeah, that's
All right, you can try it. You got to be my 8s.
6s. I did not.
You do not. All right, so do you have a point of corruption to slide?
I do not.
So you're not persuasive anymore. You slide a point of persuasion over to understanding. You don't lose it, but you slide a point of persuasion over to understanding. Now, you only have to worry about losing understanding. That's when you go existentially funked.
Well, I don't have any more persuasion then.
Because she makes you feel bad. But you don't. You can still play the scene. If you lose understanding, you go all Camus and like, what does it all mean? The scene's basically over for you. But you're just not ready.
Just yeah. Julie, why don't you just go in the other room? I'm going to go read some Sartre.
Do you ever think life is bullshit? Julie?
Yeah, just
15-year-old girl, of course you do.
It's like just stare at a knife. Like, you ever just think about things?
Wonder what it feels like. Yeah, no, you're just not persuasive because you don't. You're swayed. Like, yeah, life has been pretty shitty to her. So she gives you a note.
What does it say?
We know it was you, and we know that you have it.
I'm not mad. Not at all. You didn't need to hide it from me, okay?
Look, he said he didn't have a girlfriend, okay? He said he didn't have a girlfriend, and I went and got tested, and I don't have anything, and I don't care what they're saying about school, but that bitch, Tila, I am not taking it. I am not taking it. And this is just out of hand. like, this is crazy. She's just crazy. This isn't reality TV. This is like real life.
Well,
Like,
you
you
know
can't
what?
just throw a brick through somebody's window.
Hey,
like
you
that.
know what? She is crazy. You know how you beat someone like that? You be the calm, sane one. Let everyone see just how ridiculous she really is.
All right, roll persuasive deceit.
I cannot. I have nothing in those.
All right,
But
because
you-
it says we know it was you and we know you have it. It comes out more like, yeah, okay, yeah. You tell her that she can't behave that way. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now. Stay. You take the day off of school because you're special.
like, you can play the PlayStation all you want.
You want some beer? I'd rather you do it here than when you have to drive.
There's also some vodka in the freezer if you need it.
Yeah, I gotta go now. I gotta go work, do artist stuff.
Don't you?
And there's a bag of weed inside Great Expectations on the bookshelf.
Wait, don't you work at home? That's not important right now.
Yeah, so you don't produce a convincing front, as this is not a good note.
Oh, look, gotta go. Cat's on fire.
That happened.
All right, so back at the crime scene. You have a corpse. Deputy Smith is talking to a woman off to the side. So what are you doing?
Do I recognize her?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'll give you a choice. You can or you can't. If you do recognize her, I'll tell you how you recognize her. If you don't recognize her, you don't recognize her.
I do. So,
You do recognize
yes.
You remember that she is Bilby's secretary. You got to know her face from your many hours of sitting outside the car across the street and staring at his office.
Lovely. So, at any point in time, did she notice me, or was...
Holy shit, you hope not. You didn't go inside. You know that much.
True. Okay. So, that's
Anyway,
pretty much...
until
just
you
it.
went inside. But she wasn't there then. There was just
Yeah, thankfully. So,
Bilby and the screaming.
as I'm fully aware of. Moving on. So, still collecting up evidence and getting... That's like, and probably the ambulance is already here to take the corpse to...
Well, what instructions have you given them?
just take... That's like, to take...
What
it
do we
back.
need to do with the... We know here this is a crime scene. Doctor.
So, it is, so, but this portion of it is now done. So, are there actually... And I will ask... Laura...
I will say this. If you give, like, a deception roll, you could give them, like, shitty crime scene instructions. Like, yeah, just scrape it all into a bag.
well, I'm assuming...
Those booties are useless. Just put your boots on. Here's a shovel.
Just do it like a regular fire.
Yeah.
Just hose it down.
Well,
There
I will
ain't
say
any
for
forensic
even
evidence
it's a small
for
community,
the
we
room.
probably do have like one CSI investigator, right?
No.
Oh, really?
No. Dude, if we got fucking killed in this house now, we would all go unavenged. I'm just like, we live in a city with tens of thousands of people. No. There's a reason it's CSI New York and not CSI Bixby.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can rely on that.
Electron microscopes are fucking expensive.
So I'm guessing that
Can I use the badge of my office to get a bonus on this? By
No,
chance?
you just see if you can do it.
So I'm guessing that if the Coltons and Rolla suddenly had a whole lot of rednecks suddenly die, it will
No.
never be solved.
Nothing.
Okay.
So.
We were just going to follow the protocol, but...
So, okay, well, in that case, we're just trying to
We
get
have
it
a
done.
protocol.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
And
We'll
that-
just put it in. We'll just do the protocol, right?
Okay.
All right. So they're taking pictures.
Why do
They're
I
doing
lie?
all sorts of stuff.
Oh, great! Trying to solve the case. Fuck.
All right. So what are you doing?
Is David there yet?
Yeah, he's there. He comes up next to you.
So, packing up everything just to be on my merry
You
way.
know that Deputy Smith is talking to a very distraught secretary of Joe Bilby. Deputy Smith, who's kind of a suck up to Sheriff Warren Denny.
So, just passing by for a second, and as I was looking over, just quietly leaning down. Sheriff knows more than he's letting on.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So I don't know if he was in pocket with him or not. It's probably a little bit obvious. And yeah, and it's like, and if you want to talk to one of your coworkers, slightly nodding. No, actually not even doing that. Smith apparently was the one who was out scouring the area for somebody last night.
No, not last night. Smith is talking to her right now. He's canvassing witnesses.
Okay, he's apparently the one.
And Tom, you do have a cell phone. You could call someone about.
Didn't he say
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Information. Not calling. No.
I'm going to be face-to-face later, but I'm not using my phone.
No electronic communication. All right. That's good.
That's smart.
We
I think I'm going to go talk to Smith.
Okay.
Wait,
and I'm going to head back to the office.
Is this town equipped with a TAC net?
You can go with it. I don't care.
Wait, is this town equipped with a TAC net?
No, it is not. It barely has Wi-Fi.
Oh my God!
You got to pay $0.25 an hour for it at the public library.
Yeah. And
somebody keeps stealing the L from the side.
So, ma'am, when was Deputy Smith is talking to the secretary. When was the last time you saw this Miss Humble? Well, I can't. I mean, I got to set my mind to it. I didn't think she'd do it, but I always suspected that harlot. And I know you're not supposed to say this because of her husband and everything, but I always suspected her, and I never thought. Hello, I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Oh, I'm with Deputy Smith.
Barnaby, I got this.
Are you sure?
Yeah, why don't you help clean up? This humble here was just about to tell me something.
All righty. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to intrude.
Yeah. You're always trying to get the collar for yourself, Humble. Not everybody's a big crook, I know you always thought, things about Bilby. But he was just a real man, and I think it'd be ill to speak of the dead right now, so...
I ain't about to speak ill of the dead. All I know is that the man died.
Did he know about Miss Humble? Is it no? You calm down, Clarice. So just tell me when you last saw her. So do you want to try and take the investigation from her, or you just want to take what she said?
I'm just going to take what she said.
All right. So she's talking about Miss Humble. You don't know who that is.
Well,
You recall the name Humble, but you're not sure if it's the person you think of.
Is there a role for that?
No. You recall the name Humble. You actually took his job. There was a Mark Humble who was disemboweled and splayed across a barbed wire fence a couple months ago while he was out on patrol. It was about the most gruesome death that this county's ever seen. It was about 50, 60 miles away, but he was out of his jurisdiction by miles, and he was killed in the most brutal way imaginable. You actually took his job. Miss Humble might be his widow. You don't know.
That would be Mrs. Humble.
Yeah.
But we can maybe look into that later. For now, I've got a crime scene to clean up, and let's see what we know about them procedures.
I'm going to sprinkle some evidence destroying dust.
Bone solvent.
Pour ammonia over everything. It makes the evidence rise to the surface.
Clean.
Do we have that vial that the Predator
Patient
used?
demonstration, yeah. Oh, yeah, the blue shit.
Yeah.
In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have poured that on myself. Oh, well, I'm not that smart.
Pair of eights.
Pair of eights? Yeah, you can give him shitty instructions. What do you say to do?
Urinate on things.
Touch everything with your bare hands.
It's good to have other DNA on the DNA of the crime. It helps differentiate.
So I need you guys to bleed, shed, cut
Let's
your hair.
form a line and pass the evidence
Also, play
one by one to the van.
Also, play Puppet Theater with the Corpse.
As many people as we can get.
Like, oh hey, like I know, and the widows are like, "Let's get take the charred skull." Like, oh, I hope you guys figure out who killed me.
I actually got an easier one. All right. Well, we better clean this place up a little bit and start looking for some evidence. Here, hand me that broom. I'll start sweeping this floor.
For evidence.
I'll get all this dirt and crud out of the way.
The book said sweeping for evidence.
So we're sweeping.
What else did they mean?
Like,
Next on Midwestern Justice.
they told us to comb the desert, so we're combing it.
All right, let's do that. So, Tom, what's your character doing with your newfound news?
I'm going to the diner to drown myself in not booze, but coffee.
Okay. Coffee's totally helping your nerves right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a biologist.
Are you going to contact anyone, or are you just going to sit there and hope that someone comes by?
I'm going to text him.
Okay. What are you texting?
Just like, hey, like, hope to see you at the diner soon.
Okay.
It's like really can't wait.
You get a text?
Well, I just got here and started sweeping. Meet you for lunch.
It's like, you're right. A hose would be quicker.
Use a hose. Are those fire trucks still here?
There.
We haven't gotten all the bones yet.
Like, look at all that grime. It's gone. Sweep me away, Sandman.
Okay, do you tell Dr. Conley?
Well, or just lean on the broom for a minute. You know, Doc, this is some hungry work. What say we take an early lunch? You look like you've been up all night anyway.
Like, bow.
So, I still have some other work I need to get done.
Oh, come on. Doreen does a good egg salad sandwich.
You do know that if there was a murder, like, say, the murder of Deputy Mark Humble, the only person who would have arrived at the scene would have been him.
Yeah, so actually, that's true.
So if you mention that, he would know something's up.
Yeah. It's the damnedest thing. Lean. Seems like that nice lady talking to Deputy Smith said something about Miss Humble showing up here.
That's up. And do I need to roll for the remembering?
No.
No,
You'll never forget seeing the body of Mark Humble in your life.
That wouldn't have to be the wife of Mark Humble, would it?
Well, she did say Miss Humble, so I'm not sure if that's the proper way to address a widow or not.
Like, I'll never forget.
But she certainly ain't married
that
now.
man
Now,
is
is she?
not humble. Yeah,
You
just
bet.
this garish clothing. It's so short.
Actually, just from the records when we pulled in for everything, do we know if he had a daughter? They had a daughter or not?
You don't recall.
Okay.
You know he was alive when they gutted him.
So, but highly brutal.
Yeah.
So,
To shreds, you say? What about his wife? To shreds, you say?
So yeah.
fine. That's like
what about
fine.
their dog?
Fine. I'm not. There's nothing else we can do here anyway until they bring the body in.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can get other people to
What
bring.
about that azalea?
That's
bush
about
they had
yeah.
out
So,
front?
Oh, that's
just
fine.
let the sheriff know.
You've been taking off-center photos of crime scene.
Yeah, just tell the sheriff. Inform the sheriff that
Or
my work
Oh, the
here.
lens cap was on again. I'll be
It's
damned.
like, oh, that's right. Oh, come on, evidence. Show me what you got. Yes. Oh, yes, baby. Yes.
I've worked with better, but not many.
All right. So you all go to the diner. You see poor Haversham there. Very jittery, with a very shaky cup of coffee.
Yeah, like it's only my 10th.
Doreen, maybe you should switch him to
I was
decaf.
like, oh, I have, honey. I don't know what's going on.
Unleaded in the pot.
Oh,
That
you will,
was- that
you
was
will
great.
master this diner speak yet, Caleb.
No, I'm just going to make up shit.
I probably would be more accurate anyway.
I was like, all right, I need a General Lee with pig.
Yeah. So what do you say, Iverson?
Hey, I
Are
want to
you-
get some food. I should probably get some food in me. I really should.
Fine.
Food would probably
Like,
be good.
it's like, yeah, how much was sitting on like,
Or do you have to-
it's like brick through window that was attached to it.
So you see the note.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
It's been lovely knowing you.
Just looking at it.
So that they know that your sister's been sleeping around?
Yeah, it's crazy. like, kids, what are you gonna do?
Well, you try to raise them right, and you try to do the best you can by them. I don't know. It's just terrible. It's awful.
Like, I know in the back that the diner owner's back on her telegraph, putting out the gossip.
I'll give you a cunning observation.
Which one? All of us?
All of you. Anybody saw the note?
Okay.
No, never mind. I will give you a. I'm sorry. I'll give you a patient demonstration. Sorry.
Patient demonstration?
I can
Okay.
do that.
Patient
I
demonstration.
need 2 more.
Oh, there's one right here.
Yeah, I don't believe in that one.
So,
Woo! 10.
2 6s.
It says clearly, we know you did it, comma, and we know you have it. No high schooler wrote
Poor
this.
grammar.
No, it's perfect grammar. We
Oh,
know you have it. Complete sentence.
Yeah.
We know you did
I
it.
look at this handwriting.
Complete sentence.
I look at the cursive. It's beautiful.
There's no way a high schooler wrote this. We know you did it, and we know you. So, to clarify, you now know that there is, for some reason, Bilby was looking at the rental property of Coyote Heart and the ownership of Amelia Scanlon. Mm-hmm. You know that he had some relationship with Jesse Ann Humble.
Yeah.
And you know he had a shit ton of money in his desk.
No, he didn't. There was no money.
Yeah.
What makes you think there was money in
So
there?
you, in your secretive booth at the back of the diner, need to decide what the hell you want to do, because you did not get away scot-free, but you don't know quite how you're liable. So what do you want to do to figure out what happens next?
We kill everyone in the town. No witnesses. I know a guy that can whip up some sarin gas. We can stick it all around town, inject ourselves with atropine in the heart, and claim we were somewhere else. Then we burned the town to the ground.
Now, James, it seems to me that you're not thinking exactly rational.
I'm probably not, no.
So why don't we all calm down a little bit?
That sounds perfectly great.
You have another cup of decaf,
Yeah.
and we'll come up with a good plan, a proper plan,
Like, one that isn't crazy.
one that does not involve mass murder.
Like,
Right.
But it seems to me that this Humble is right at the heart of the matter.
I should probably put some food in my system. I have way too much coffee.
No, it's a
going on.
possibility that we can figure. It's a possibility that she has something else to do with it that made her more suspicious to. That's like those around her. That's if somebody else could possibly That's if we know when she'll be interviewed. I might be able to take a look back at look at the records and see anything else I can from. That's like from Deputy Humble's. That's like murder. Though, if somebody else could get into the actual records that I don't have access to, we may be able to pull something else up.
That
I'll take a
sounds
look, see what we
lovely.
can find.
But I think we might be missing the larger picture here in this thing, the note.
And
Well-
the
Actually, I think you're right. We are, because it says we know you have it. Now, what it are they referring to?
Well, I don't know. It was
Because
an
there's
awfully
two
vague message.
possible its that come to mind. And I ain't talking about your sister's herpes.
obviously, but we have nothing. But we don't know what's going on, and also, unless anybody else is trained specifically in handwriting analysis, we don't know who this note is coming from.
Well, would this be a patient observation to take a look at it? see if I can figure out whose handwriting it looks close to, if I've seen it before.
Okay.
I mean,
There's probably going to be a tricky roll, but...
There's still the brick at the house. Did you get any fingerprints off of it?
Anything else?
2 4s, 2 9s.
Whoever it was wrote it while it was on the brick. So even if you understood the handwriting and recognized it, it was on the brick. So that means that the dimples in the brick made the pin move up and down.
But it was done on the go, though, so
Yeah.
that tells us something.
Yeah, it was...
You don't know who wrote it.
All we know is that they wrote it in a hurry.
Which is fairly quick. Anyway.
Anything about the paper? Can the paper tell us anything?
It's printer paper.
How many sheets of printer paper can there be in this town?
How many people...
We know who it is!
Who owns the loan?
Go to the end of campaign!
Who actually owns the printer?
Alright, so what do you want to do? You have many leads. What do you pursue?
Well, first off, Doreen, 3 cluckle fruit purees on a bread. Egg salad.
I was like,
sandwich.
all right, honey. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and pretend I know what the hell he's saying.
God damn it.
You're utter confusion.
It's like CB radio talk.
Again, there's a certain lingo to it.
Jungle flora with the puree times 3 coming up? I don't know. I got nothing.
No, we didn't ask for tiger sandwiches. We wanted egg salad. That's cluckle fruit.
God damn.
Ew. This sounds gross.
It's like cloaca fruit.
Yeah, actually, that's what Well, a little known fact. Okay, so that ends the scene. You've learned something new. You can end the scene once you decide what you're going to go do.
Okay.
Like, you know that there's Coyote Heart somewhere on the reservation that was apparently being looked into. You know about the Scanlons outside town in their mini trailers. And then you know about Humble.
Well,
We can attack this on 3 fronts.
You could, there's the Humble case of the murder of Mark Humble, which is still open. So you could look at the evidence for that.
I would suggest
Would
you
that
take
actually-
a look at
Or you could try and find Miss Humble.
Which I was going to say, would those case files be open to a county coroner or...
They're your case files. Why wouldn't you?
You would have to.
Well, I would
have
have
some sort of precedent for looking at them after you made them.
Yeah, I would have... Oh, okay, I was going to say mainly with the autopsy reports, obviously those would be then, but any of the other details about it, would those be open to me, or...
Just what you could remember.
Okay. And so, yeah, if you want to, I can look into the Humble information and possibly make a precedent that this killing is somewhat similar to the other one, possibly. And that could give me a neat enough excuse to go over to visit Mrs. Humble, possibly.
Okay. So is that what you guys are doing, or are you splitting the party?
I think it's probably best to split the party because not very good for me to go and take a look at the Humble because if I do, Deputy Smith is going to get a little antsy about me nosing around his case.
Well, the thing is, like, I really shouldn't be doing anything because I'm not a coroner and I'm not with the sheriff's office.
So
I'm a...
Well, I will say that, like, if you go on the reservation, you're in, like, basically a different country.
yeah, and also you could actually, if you're looking for information on Coyote Heart, you could say that you're there researching Native American arts.
You could actually commit a murder on the reservation, and so long as it was on the res, American facilities couldn't arrest you.
Or vice versa?
No.
Let's try not to do that. One murder per
They
game
can
is
totally extradite your ass.
But I'm such a nice guy.
So
I'm totes innocent.
So
Why
if you
don't
want
you go
to,
take a look at a new art project? That would be a good thing.
so if you want to
Something
investigate,
that doesn't involve, ice sculpture.
so yeah, if you want to
No,
investigate,
It was a flirtation. It's
if
over
you want to
now.
go investigate coyotes and hearts,
Like, how am I supposed to do it? I'm no detective. I'm supposed to walk on there like, hey, I'm an artist. Could you tell me about this person, please?
Art historian. You're looking into him for reasons.
look
Yeah,
at-
you don't know anything about him.
or look in the county.
You can ask around. It's up to you.
look around the county files.
To be 132nd Native American.
No, I'm not.
And there's a chance he's not even alive anymore. So,
There might be a chance of that, but he might still be alive and kicking. Easiest
Or
way
you
to
could
find
go
him-
look at the Scanlans.
so that's right. If you want to dive straight
Okay,
first
so
into
which
meth
one do you
territory.
want? The definitely scary redneck family or the possibly scary American Indian?
You know, he only has a minor chance of summoning the actual coyote to you.
So,
Go away.
so which
Oh,
one do you want?
bye.
The Scanlans or Coyote Heart?
Have a gun.
No.
If you go buy one.
No more guns.
What?
Guns get us in trouble.
Wait, but no, it's ridiculous. Where am I supposed to find a gun in Oklahoma? That's probably the funniest fucking thing I've ever said.
Wait, don't you still have a murder weapon?
Not anymore.
No. Yeah.
What murder weapon?
Very good.
Like, they call me Ice Pick James. Shut up.
I meant the murder weapon with the gun. Because you haven't replaced the barrel yet. You were up all night at a fire. And then you went back to the fire.
You know what? Why don't I do that before I go to meet with whoever it is I'm meeting with? Which one are you taking, the Scanlans or Coyote Heart?
Total party split. Woohoo!
Pick one. Come
Your
on.
dream come true.
No, I'll go with you as like a sketch artist.
All right.
Where are you going?
I think I'm going to go after the easier one, Coyote Heart.
All right, you're going.
I think I'm less likely to be shot.
All right, you're going to the res. You should probably take off your deputy uniform before you do that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that ends the scene. You can all make cases.
Nice. How about the honesty spirit? Deal with the truth.
What do you have?
Thinking, trying to think what my sister doing that to me would be.
You were taken by surprise when someone threw a brick through your window and said, "We know you did it."
Oh, is there a way for him to get his... Which one are
observation
you,
or demonstration
short on?
for being made aware of the
Persuasion.
horror that was that's like Humble Massacre.
You already knew that.
Okay. I was just reminded of it,
Yeah,
so.
technically, you could say that you could all basically make a point for observation because somebody saw you do it.
Or demonstration, understand something new?
True. Actually, yeah, for observation.
Yeah, that would work.
Learning
Demonstration or observation would be easy cases.
So.
I would also go with deceit because you had faith that you got away with it. And you're gonna get way better at lying to get out of this shit.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
All right, you can only take
Well,
one.
I have nothing in persuasion right now, so
You can slide if you don't take one. So you can slide one over from persuade.
Okay.
From understanding.
Slide to
yeah,
the
I'll
left,
switch it back.
All right.
slide to the right.
So yeah, it's gonna be a
I'm
long
actually,
test today.
I actually have some ability to tell the truth. That's,
That's weird.
yeah, I know, right?
I'm uncomfortable with that. All right. Are you raising or
I'm raising a demonstration.
demonstration? Okay.
That's
All right. So you are going to look at the humble case.
Yes. So
And you are going to.
the reservation. After we make a pit stop by the house, swap gun barrel out.
Okay. All right. So you're going home. Do you have a gun barrel lying around? A spare gun barrel?
Yeah.
All right. Let's
take
see.
Take it from the pappy.
I'm going to go with patient generosity.
No way I can make that. I've got a 1 dot.
You don't have a gun barrel lying around.
I have that at 6.
Do you have
If you make the roll, that means you had a gun barrel purchased before you went to go see Bilby.
So yeah, I
Which
can't make
makes
the
it
roll, huh?
even worse.
You can make the roll if you want
no, I don't think so.
to. I'm fine with it. Like you'll have a clean gun barrel, but you will have
I don't
purchased
know why
that.
I have one.
You will have purchased that before you even showed up.
Well, wait. This actually works out in some ways because obviously you two were that's like our secret gay lovers anyway, which you can use as a distracting point. and you went to buy a new piece for him as a gift.
Because you never know. At some point, we have to get our way out of this. Like, all right, I will finally believe you are not guilty of this murder.
Well, I'm just saying if you make the roll, it's duck soup. Like, if somebody comes looking at his gun and he has a different gun barrel with a different serial number, and there's no record of him as buying that, people are going to be more likely to think clerical error than you bought him a gun barrel and brought it over to his house. So.
Clerical error?
But that means that you guys did some talking before you went over there.
Yep. Let's fucking do this.
There was a lot of discussion.
Apparently.
A lot.
3 5s.
Yep. You have a gun barrel. Brand new gun barrel.
Database.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So he takes the gun apart, puts it back together.
Good. I'm glad we had that talk.
I'm really glad we had that talk.
So between the tarp and the gun barrel, it's making very clear who knew what was going on with Bilby there, and who was brought along for the ride. So
You were just going to go there to scare him, right?
the story is shaping up.
And we did.
In fact, if you were having discussions about certain things, and you brought the coroner along as an unwitting accomplice, that could be a really good way to get away with something. Because it's certainly not in his best interest to solve anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
He ain't solving shit.
But we're not going to betray him, because friends don't do that to people.
Of course not.
Prison.
All right, so there's that. All right, so everybody roll D10. We'll see who I do first.
6.
10.
1.
All right, Aaron's first. All right, you need to access the files for the dead Mark Humble,
Should be. Oh, and that actually.
the hero cop.
Well, I probably would just need to be. I could probably just go through my old files. Anyway, so. Especially since it's still considered an active case, so.
I guess it's online. You can go through your files. You can find certain stuff.
Yeah, so just pull up that's like when I did the autopsy on him.
Play some
All right,
XM
well,
radio.
the autopsy,
What's that?
Play some XM radio while you do it.
Yeah, might as well.
he was strung up against a barbed wire fence.
Okay.
He was slashed over the forehead so that the blood would go into his eyes, and he could not see. This was done pre-mortem, and then he was basically gutted whilst straining against the barbed wire fence. It was a gruesome and horrible death, the worst imaginable, worse than anything you studied in middle school, worse than anything you've ever seen before or since. And it has been left unsolved. It was considered that he, perhaps while off duty, pulled someone over that was running for a cartel, and that they did some sort of horrible show of strength, normally typical in Mexico.
Well, you said it was miles outside of his jurisdiction.
Miles out of his jurisdiction.
So, and did he live in town, or did he live outside
He
of
did
town?
live in town.
So there's literally no reason for him to be out there. That's like, was he actually also in his patrol car as well?
He was not. There was no car around.
So how the hell did he get out there in the first place?
That's a good point.
So we have no, and I'm guessing probably since this is my own files, I'd have to go into the other ones to see if there's any tire impressions that were taken or any other.
Nothing was found. It was very far out of the field. They didn't find any footprints. There was evidence taken from his pockets that has been filed with the sheriff's department, but you just took it out of the pockets. You did not catalog it. That's not your job as coroner.
Okay. So, well, I can probably make a bullshitting roll for it by calling up. That's like the calling up whoever maintains the records for the police department.
Connie, I guess.
So
Good old
She's
Connie.
Yeah. Poor thing, she stays behind that desk 24/7 practically.
She's physically attached
So.
to it.
I have to start making notes.
So-
so keep going.
So I'll go ahead and call up Connie.
All right. Hello?
Hey, Connie, this is Dr. Connolly down at down at the coroner's office.
I see your number. You didn't dial 98 out, honey. I gotta see it right here. What's
Sorry.
up?
Yeah, it's like, sorry, I know this is just my normal one since I'm calling over the county. I'm sure you're already, that's like definitely aware of the Bilby murder at this point.
Oh, yes, that was terrible.
So, the body hasn't come in yet for the full autopsy. However, it's kind of looking familiar to another case that we were working on. That's like, you remember the Humble murder, right?
Oh, really? What's the similar there?
Mainly, it's just some of the trauma that I'm seeing on the body right now. So I'm kind of just curious, and we didn't get any records
that were just mutilated.
And I don't have everything I written on the. That's like that I written. I don't have everything that I need written specifically for the weapons and whatnot needed. So I was wondering if I could pull up some of the other case files that's like on that to see if it bears any similarity. Because if we have anything of a copycat or, God help us, possibly a cartel like we were thinking it was the first time.
Okay, give me a deception roll.
Okay.
You're telling her it's part of the same case.
Oh, God. Oh, sorry. Steal 2 more.
It could be. We could be wrong.
Oh, sorry.
Best to eliminate them possibilities.
Extreme prejudice.
Eliminate the possibility.
I like the wind. 2 10s.
Damn, yeah. All right, yeah. I'll send you down a report of it. We can't let you in the evidence locker.
Oh, no, I don't need it inside the evidence locker. I just needed the reports. So, I'm obvious. There's no reason why I would ever need that, so.
All right, well, I'll just approve you electronically. You can go and get it from the locker.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much.
So you go up, you get a printout of the locker contents of that particular case. As there are like 3 cases, it takes seconds to get because it's not
that big.
not that big of a town. So you pull it. He had his some keys. He had 64 cents and change. He had a wallet. He had license in it. He had a picture of his wife. It lists one Jessie Ann Humble. He had a picture of his mother, deceased, it's recorded. And he had a business card from one Joe Bilby, realtor. And there is a note that says on the back, it says, "Don't be a fool, !" Call me. And another exclamation mark.
So obviously another connection which he could have been either trying to coerce him into doing something or...
So that's what you know. You know what Jessie Ann Humble looks like now.
So,
Oh, there was also...
Well, I saw her at the site too, so...
There was also a card of the Deacons Club.
For the local Harisi Baptist Church.
So, do we know if Bilby was part of that church as well?
He was apparently a deacon in it.
So... so...
Both of them were?
No. Jessie Ann was a woman, so...
No, I mean Mark Humble.
Yeah.
Mark Humble was. This
So-
is the contents of Mark Humble's body.
So they were both deacons at that church, which would also put them in close
Who's both?
proximity.
Who are you talking to?
Mark and Bilby.
You don't know that.
Oh,
You have a Joe Bilby's realtor card,
okay. So
and then you have a Deacon's Club card
okay. So
for Mark Humble.
okay. So
So that's what you learned from that. You guys were going to the res, and you're looking for Coyote Heart.
Yep.
All right, you pull onto the res. It's beautiful land. It's very near the conservatory, which is more federal land, basically. The land itself is beautiful, but it is just a horrible, bedraggled town. It is off the side, on the other side of some hills from the Creek Camp Casino, which is the big draw of drifters of your town, as you know, Officer Barnaby.
I'm not saying I go there, but I do.
It is the most depressing place you've ever been. It is achingly impoverished. There is a power line down It's not sparking, but it's down, and nobody seems to care. There's men milling about the streets. There's more liquor stores than houses. And it's just achingly impoverished. But there's people around that you could talk to. So what do you want to do?
Well, should we start with a random person on the street?
You don't really know. This is not your culture. You don't go to the res very much. Unless you go to a casino, they don't take to you very well.
Who is Coyote Horse?
You could do that. You could go to the manager's office of the superintendent for the tribal affairs. If you want to do that, or you could just ask somebody on the street.
Let's try the manager's office. That'll probably be easiest.
All right. So you've not had experience with him before, but you do know his name. It is Roy Rowan. Roy Rowan is the superintendent of the Muskogee Reservation. So you go. It is a trailer outside of town with a dirt parking lot. You park, so you both go inside. All right, you go inside.
Hello, Mr. Rowan.
It's a secretary.
Is Mr. Rowan available?
Can I ask who's calling?
Bobby Barnaby from over in... what the heck is the name of the town?
Harisi.
From over in Harisi. We were looking into a couple of things. We had a man who died last night, and, well, there's a fella's name who came up in the investigation. We kind of just wanted to talk to him.
Okay, I'll call. She gets on the intercom. Roy, two fellas from Dog to see you. Okay.
I got a sketchbook and
He'll
it's
see
like
it.
different that. So,
All right, so you go inside.
Yeah. From Dog?
Yeah, that's what your name means.
Good to know.
Bearclaw. He was a tracker for the man who named it, and they asked him for a word for beautiful. And he told them dog.
like, we are stupid white people.
Enjoy.
Like, I come from Los.
Kind of smiling. Just, that's a good one.
I came from Los Angeles. I was in Los Angeles. It was safer there.
So you go inside. Roy is he's a vaguely Native American man. Black hair, white starched shirt, very thick cottony collars. Sitting behind a desk in his trailer. You come inside. He's got Muskogee tribal decoration around. But otherwise, an extremely bland office. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
Well,
Officer Barnaby, I heard you were new to the force.
oh, very new.
You're replacing Mark, huh? That's a damn shame. He was a good officer. We coordinated him a couple of things when they had that meth corridor a couple of years ago. But it was very sad to hear what happened.
Yeah, tragic. Just absolutely tragic.
Los Angeles is safer.
And you are?
Oh, this is my sketch artist. This is one of our local fellas, Mr. Haversham.
Okay.
I was going along with him earlier. He just didn't really have a chance to drop me off yet. So.
Okay. Well, what's going on, Officer Barnaby?
Well, we're looking into a death. There was a fella who died over in the Dog earlier today.
And chuckle at that private joke. Thank you.
But a name came up over the course of the investigation. Do you know a man by the name of Coyote Hart?
Oh, where'd you hear that name?
Well, can't really say for sure at this point in the investigation. Can't give away too much information. But it came up in a couple of records.
Well, there's a bit of a legend around here. I don't take to it very much, but he did actually live part of the community. We grew up together back in the day. Coyote Hart, very, very into the native rights movement back in the 60s. We all appreciated it, but somewhat militant. Lived out amongst off the res for a while. Just made him worse. But, like the rest of the res, you get a guy without a family, without a wife like that, he gets to drinking, And he just sort of faded away. But legend has it that all the weed in Harisi County area and in the whole Oklahoma comes from Coyote Heart. And that he cleaned himself up and he's, just selling to the white man and living big down in Deep Fork. You ask him where in Deep Fork, nobody ever knows. He's some legend back there, but it's really just a story that the tribals tell each other. I mean, he's a hero of the people, a Robin Hood character. Nobody wants to believe that they're just piping that weed up from shit fields in Mexico. Everybody likes to think that we're just selling it off to the white man. But it's just people making excuses for their behavior and telling kids stories.
So Coyote's probably gone.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen him in town and since the 80s. If he's been living out there, he's living high on the hog in a national park, and no one's seen him for decades. I highly doubt he's here. All right, all of you can roll understanding and whatever you want on the lower half of the sheet.
Understanding and honesty, I think.
Okay.
That's all I got. That's a negative.
2 6s.
He hasn't seen him in years. That's true. But the idea of him living in some kingdom in the National Conservatory and never being discovered is a bit ridiculous. You don't buy it.
So most likely he's
He's a Wendigo.
Oh no, I was going to say most likely he's dead and gone. Or
they know where he's at,
but they're not going to
and
tell
going
me.
to tell your ass.
Makes perfect sense.
Because as far as tribal law goes, they're not too concerned about him selling some weed to some high school kids.
Well, we got bigger concerns right
They
now.
got bigger fish to fry on their land, because of the aching poverty.
I
To say the least.
I don't think you made it clear. Is it how big's the poverty?
It's pretty bad.
Well, and
By the way, not characterizing all Indian reservations this way. Just saying,
This
national
one-
census laws, third world countries have better, areas of life than rural American Indian reservations sometimes.
well, Mr. Rowan,
Nothing to disparage the Muskogee people. Completely fictional universe. I
well,
read a lot of Scott. Just saying. Blame Jason Aaron.
Oklahoma doesn't exist.
Oklahoma is not a real state.
It's a fever dream we all have. Sorry again, Oklahoma listeners.
anyway,
Well,
Mr. Rowan, I ain't here after some weed or any of that. I'm just trying to figure out how his name came up in conjunction with a dead body.
How did it come up?
It came up. We're chasing down papers that were on the dead man's desk.
All right, he's attacking your deceit.
Drop Bilby.
It's like, well, I seem to have told you everything I know, and I know that with your predecessor, Deputy Humble, we did everything we could to cooperate between our borders. So I would certainly like to know what's going on over there in Arisi, so that I can keep an eye out for it here with the tribal police.
Well, the name that you want to keep an eye out for.
No, he's attacking your deceit.
All right.
Are you defending, or are you just taking it?
Persuasive honesty.
Okay. What are you gonna say?
Well, the name that came up in conjunction with was Joe Bilby.
All right.
That's the fellow who died.
All right.
And all you're telling me is that this fella is a living.
I'll give you a
myth?
+2 to that. That's a secret.
Right.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean,
You get a +2 with or +2 die. It's up to you.
I'll take +2 with.
All right.
And you're telling me that the name that I found basically belongs to a living myth. So
you mentioned
all I can say is I'm looking at a dead end, and you're blocking me over any kind or over weed.
All right.
That's what it is.
So you
is
mentioned
weed?
that name, and so they you to your Rectus Dominus. and all the flames in the room turn blue.
That's 5 6s.
Okay.
That's a lot of sixes.
5, 6. Yeah, so you beat the shit out of him. So now he's more honest. So it's like, all right, I see what you're saying. Joe Bilby, he's the realtor in your town, right?
Was.
Oh, wow.
I'll be honest with you, he is very much in the past tense. Apparently somebody disliked this man enough that, let's just say when they took a look at him after he died, there was no question about how it happened.
And I should know.
Well, I may know a little bit more now you say that, but you got to promise me you didn't hear it from me now.
Lips are completely sealed.
You're in a different area than you're aware of, and we have our own politics here.
Well, Mr. Rowan, let me tell you, this is not my jurisdiction. I know nothing that goes on here. And as far as I'm concerned, I was never even here.
Look, I've heard of this Bilby fella. We've had a couple people who lease the res, but don't go too far off, a purchase for him. Because they want to say a nicer house or something like of that nature. Now we've had issues with him. We've had issues, some conflicts with tribal law versus Harisi law. With some rental properties, he's not been square with some of my people, in my opinion. And we've had some difficulties because once we leave the res, we don't have a lot of power on the res, and we don't have any outside of it. And what I keep bashing up against every time I hear this Joe Bilby's name is Kelby Virtue, your very own district attorney there in Harisi City Hall. Every time I see this Bilby fella listed in a court case against one of my people who had all their possessions stolen against some trumped-up charge on drug use on a property, used to some backwards, poorly worded case on their renter's agreement. There's this Kelby Virtue who just suddenly seems to be taking his sweet time off of defending drunks and drunk drivers and all the drug corridor coming through Deep Fork and all the sorts of stuff that you have going on there. And he just seems to be talking about renters' rights and landlords' rights. And that Kelby fella, I'd love to have a talk to him. I'd love to see him do something on tribal land. That's what I'd love to see.
Well, now let me tell you, I definitely share your opinion on Bilby. I figured that the man could walk sideways through a corkscrew, not touch sides. But as far as the district attorney, I don't think I've ever run into him.
Sketch artist.
Well, he seems to make himself pretty scarce from what I've seen. We got a couple of our more mixed members of the tribe that have come back home, go make some appeals of public records. Doesn't seem to do a lot of cases except for this gentleman, Bilby, and against inanimate objects.
Now that really is interesting.
That shit is relatively.
Yeah, why don't you look up... Oh, what were they? He goes shuffling around his desk. Why don't you look up Virtue in State of Oklahoma verse $3,608. Or you could look up Virtue against Virtue representing State of Oklahoma versus Blue 2003 Mercury LeSabre. You look all he does a lot of suing on things. Seems a bit odd to me.
So he sued for Blue Mercury LeSabre, and how much money was that, you said?
Oh, I'm not familiar with the laws, and I wouldn't go into it. That's up for you to decide. Tribal laws.
Well, you said
we don't.
$3,000. Was that the first?
I got 3,608.
$3,608.
And a coupon.
I'm reading off the top. You could have the list. This is what we pulled. He gives you a list. It's like he's listed as representing the state of Oklahoma. In State of Oklahoma v. Two bangled bracelets. State of Oklahoma v. $578. State of Oklahoma v. 2008 Toyota Prius. State of Oklahoma v.
Now that don't exactly look right.
All right, I will give you a patient knowledge roll.
Can I do that too?
You mean
You
patient demonstration?
Yeah, patient demonstration. Sorry. Yet again, I'm getting my BA mixed up with my DW.
2 9s, 2 2s.
3 8s.
That's civil forfeiture law. Civil forfeiture law means that in a state it's typically used against drug cartels, so you can commandeer their planes and boats and various objects without any hard evidence that can beat the penalties. So instead of launching the case against the person who you do not have a reasonable doubt against, you launch the case against the object they have used. It is typically used in cases where reasonable doubt is obvious, like someone has people with armed guards, or someone is flying in a private plane, or someone smells of marijuana or something like that. But you have heard rumors of it being used against random citizens, in which officers will say, hey, it smells like marijuana in this car, so I will take your children away and we will launch federal charges for you trafficking it, or you give up your property. And property seizures. It is all funds are used to fund the police department and the government, which in turn makes the arrest of the object.
My God, that sounds illegal as shit.
It is perfectly legal. There are homes listed on there. There are addresses. State of Oklahoma verse 2689, West Marlboro Street, State of Oklahoma verse. There is a ton of it's pages upon pages of it.
And
you also know with a 9 that it is illegal as shit for Roy Roan to have this information. Somebody who was supposedly using a Freedom of the Pest Act as a citizen of Harisi must have got it. He has no reason to have it. It's not illegal per se, but it's shady. Right?
You're saying the lines are blurred.
There's no reason for him to have this information.
What, lines blurred in Dirty World?
do you mind
Say
if I
unless
take
he's
a
very suspicious.
Do you mind if I take a copy of this?
Oh, no, go ahead. I have many copies. Many. Widely distributed. Widely.
Good plan.
They're talking law stuff.
So you get the idea that you convinced him you were honest, and that's why he's given that to you. He would not give that to, say, other members of the Harisi Sheriff's Department.
Well, I understand.
Officers on the cases listed include Deputy Smith, Sheriff
Denny.
Many of your coworkers, nearly all of them, in fact.
Is Mr. Humble listed on any of these? Anywhere?
Yes, dating back quite a ways, he is. I would say even a majority.
Oh, poopy.
Okay, plan now. Get our families get my family out of here. Burn the rest of the town.
I believe I already suggested that, but my plan.
All right, those are scenes for everybody. So you can elect and make cases and decide what you want to do. Do you want to go into Deep Fork and try and find Cody Hart? What do you want to do next?
That seems like a wild goose chase.
You can talk to Miss Humble. It looks
Yeah.
like now you know where she goes to church.
Oh, God.
Well, it's kind of like that old saying goes. We want to find out what's going on, where the wrongs are actually taking place, find where the money is. And I think we just found all the money. Not just the big bag of cash that may or may not be in my basement at this moment.
Say that louder into the microphone, David.
David ain't here.
Oh, God. Yeah, this is not good at all.
cases?
No, actually, I succeeded in everything that I had, so it was nothing.
Okay. But the only one that comes to mind
You can
is
slide them.
Yeah. I'll slide one more.
Generosity, help the unwilling. He didn't want to give me this information, but now he has because he knows I'm going to help him.
I would say you get demonstration. You definitely understand something new.
Yeah, that is a pretty big new.
Yeah. I'll give you demonstration.
Alrighty.
I might also give you honesty.
Honesty? I'll take an honesty.
Yeah, you didn't know all this shit was going on.
Brand new, and I ain't going to be a part of it.
You know, just the one murder you were a part of.
Oh, you're a part of it too. Don't worry. It's all awesome.
We were all in this together.
About the only one not listed on the case is Laureen, the female deputy you talked to.
Is Connie on there too?
She's the dispatcher,
Okay.
so no, she didn't. She made no arrests.
Good.
Good.
Doesn't mean she's not in on it.
She's in on it. Everyone's in on it.
She's
Hey,
the
hey.
mastermind, sitting behind the dispatch desk. Good. The plan is going together
Actually,
beautifully.
Some call me Manjap.
No. Actually, if we go through this entire game and you end up pulling a Kaiser Sose with Connie, it would be amazing.
Guys are
now I can't do it. Thanks.
Guys are
Wait.
You just have to ruin it for everybody, don't you?
She starts walking and then like loses a limp or something.
She was confined to a wheelchair this entire time. That's why she was on dispatch.
All right, so
Wheelchair no, swivel chair
we'll
yes.
cut back to Aaron. So, Aaron, you've made many inroads at the police. So, what are you going to do now?
So, I guess I can go talk to Jessie Ann Humble. So,
Okay.
when she was, and see if I can. That's like arrange if do any other kind of investigations here.
So your files were at the medical center where you work,
Yes.
and you just got electronic access to them via Connie.
Yeah. So I just pulled those up.
So you go out to the car. There's two gentlemen leaning on it.
So, do I recognize them?
No.
So, that's like, may I help you?
Hey, are you Dr. Conley?
So, I am Dr. Conley, the county coroner. How may I help
Do you know Richie? Richie Conley?
So,
Is he a cousin of yours?
who may I ask for you?
Do you know Richie? Richie told me to come talk to you.
And
See, I got this spot on my arm, and I don't know what it means. And I ain't gonna go for no Obamacare, but I just need to get somebody to look at it.
Looking around, well, I hate to tell you that, but I'm a it's like coroner, right? I'm not into general practice. There's other ones. Was it patient's observation or cunning observation to see if these guys look like they have weapons on them?
Cutting observation is spotted ambush.
Okay.
Patient observation is reconstruct a crime scene.
Okay.
You didn't need to reconstruct the crime scene earlier. You knew plenty well how to crime
I
scene.
knew what happened there. We're just gonna lie about it. No. So
Lawn jockey.
No, he wants you to look at a spot at his arm. Look, I know the general protection, but they're going to charge me, or they're going to try and Medicaid me and shit like that. But is it just like a spot, or is somebody to be worried about?
Look,
man, I got kids. I
I'm
don't
not
want to worry about them.
Sorry, I wouldn't be able to do that. I understand, but there's nothing I can really do. Excuse me, I need to be on my way.
So you don't know Richie at all?
So I'm just not. I'm just asking him to get off my car now. So.
Okay, so the other one's going to speak up, and he will say,
It's in dark speak, right, from Mordor.
he's going to roll this. Now he's got to do that. So, come on, man. Richie Rich don't want to fucking look at you. He ain't got the money. He ain't going to let you live. Just fucking go drink if you got the fucking cancer. Let him get back to his yacht.
Tried to guilt me.
Yeah.
So what did he have?
He's got 3 9s.
The fuck?
Caleb Soap, ladies and gentlemen.
You're one to talk.
I know. But how did it feel? Did it feel good?
He's portraying, you said, attacking your corruption.
Attacking corruption, so... do I know if there are any free clinics within...
You're at it.
Trying to think what I can defend with here. So...
Like,
actually, if I could just persuasion deceit lying to them. So, telling them, look...
Persuasive deceit?
Yeah, persuasive deceit. Look, if you want to... That's...
No, persuasive deceit would be like, I don't know any Richie Conway.
So...
I've never heard that name before in my life.
4, 5. Yeah. Like no other one. Look, I don't know if you... I don't know who the hell you're talking
is there
about
anything
right
going
now.
on? No,
I'm not,
there's nothing going
that's
on.
like, I'm not a free I'm not the prayer of the free practitioner. I look after the dead. So, excuse me, I have other business to get to.
Alright, so you're lying.
Lying, I'm not going to beat him, though.
Have faith in your ability to lie.
2 2s.
Yeah, okay, so a point of corruption slides up to purity.
Purity. So, which I don't have any corruption, so...
Then you lose a point of persuasion and it moves over to understanding.
God fucking damn it.
Well, he didn't go 5 with. He could obliterate it.
Hmm?
He could obliterate it.
True.
It's just a slide.
So, look, it's like, yes, I know Richie, but I'm not going
Oh, you're more understanding now. You know they already know you, Dr. Conley. They just really want to be sure for some reason.
That's like, but I'm not a... it's like, I cannot practice this type of medicine. I'm sorry. Can you please get off my car?
Is this your car, Doc? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, Doc.
Well, I'm glad we come to an understanding. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. We'll get off. All right. Now you should really roll a cunning observation.
Yeah. So, let's see if I can get anything with a fucking 3.
Oh, yes.
2 8s, actually.
All right. Yeah. You get in your car. They're off their car. They're standing back. They're waiting for you to turn around and unlock the door.
They are waiting.
Yeah, it's like they really want to watch you get inside the car.
Oh. Look at for fumbling around in my pocket. Oh. Silly me. Keys in... That's like keys in the office. Start walking back.
Oh, okay.
So,
All
walking.
fucking day.
That's like walking.
You can give me an examination in there while you're there, Doc.
Sorry, can't do. Closing door. Make sure I'm locking it behind me.
Okay.
And then calling the police about the 2 guys who are harassing me outside of my vehicle.
All right, call.
So calling.
So you're calling Connie?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, Connie. I don't mean to be a bothering head, but I have 2 guys who are harassing me outside of my car and are not letting me leave.
Okay.
So,
Where you at?
I'm at the office, the coroner's office. Can I get a deputy down here or something?
Yeah. I mean, I'll send somebody down. Sure.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So you hang up. So we'll end that scene with you for now.
And there she is, like, everything's going according to
The
plan.
pieces are all falling.
All right. So what are you doing?
Like,
You
So
are
what
still
we
in the
doing?
res.
it's like, so,
You just left Roy Roan's, Superintendent Roan's office.
like, so should we head back?
You know that there is the Creek Camp Casino on the other side of town. You know that the rumor has it that Coyote Heart lives in the conservatory. And you know something about Kelby Virtue.
Well, what about the casino?
It is the sole, pretty much, economic source on the res. Yet again, reading scalp, blame Jason Aaron. So, what do you want?
Like, so should we leave here? I mean, I can literally feel the stairs boring into my soul right now.
I think we should. I need to...
There's another one.
You could ask around about Coyote Heart. You could do what you want to do. You did recognize that he was lying to you in some part about Coyote Heart.
So what do we do? Do we go all Dark Knight on him and make him swear to us?
No.
I need to tell you something else.
Look, that's an honest man in there, or somewhat honest. He's trying to do the best by his people. And we've done pretty wrong by them if any of these case files are to be believed.
I didn't.
Well, call it white guilt.
Okay, and done.
So we need to. I think we need to look into this.
So what, we go find this guy? What's it called? Coyote Heart?
No, Kelby Virtue,
Oh,
the
yeah.
district attorney.
Oh,
Because I'm thinking, if we look into this, we might find out where most of that money came from.
what money?
You're right. What money?
So, you think this might be related to the brick?
Could be.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked would you say we are right now?
I put it about maybe an 11.
Yeah.
From behind, without lubricant, without end. Unceasingly.
Indeed. Well, what's done is done, you know? So, no sense, like, no
Got a
sense.
unique philosophy about life.
It's like, so there's
There,
no,
have a show.
there's no sense in fretting about it, so why don't we just go out and see if we can maybe uncover the real crime here.
Might as well.
Cheating people out.
Definitely not our crime.
Like, I
was
didn't
a
say
whole-
that. That's the GM saying that over my shoulder.
Look, there was a horrific murder, and that's not the real crime. The real crime is what led to it.
It's no. The real crime is the taking of people's property illegally, but using legal means. That is just sick.
Yeah, very sick. I mean, think of it like this. If Tom Hanks, real nice guy actor, punched a nun in the face, everybody would ask, what did that nun do to get punched? Because Tom Hanks wouldn't punch a nun for no reason. What did this guy who got killed do to get killed?
Researching a role.
Because, I mean, really, we got to figure out just what exactly it was that
So-
Bilby did to deserve the die.
All right,
And then we'll figure out who we can pin
Well,
it
the thing
on.
is, like, I mean, I could try to help you out in like looking into this guy, but I mean, damn, I'm an artist, man. I do artwork. I do commissions for people online. I do sculptures in my house.
Well, since you know so much about art, you should probably know a little bit about those items that got stolen. Legally stolen. Like this one, 2 bangle bracelets.
How the hell would that make me an expert on that? That's jewelry.
Yeah, jewelry is art, isn't it?
It's a completely different kind
That's
of
a
art.
true Oklahoma sheriff's deputy understanding of art.
No, that's a completely different kind of art.
Well, would you know how much it would cost?
No. Ideal in digital media and clay, primarily clay sculpture.
All right. So start looking into some of these clay ones. There's a bunch of these Tessapots that got taken. There's a couple of these ancestral things here.
Ancestral vases, yeah. Okay.
So they got seized.
All right,
How
sure.
much would they actually be worth? Would they be worth what this Kelby Virtue assessed
All right,
them at?
all right. Yeah, I can. That I can do. That I can do.
See if he was skimming.
All right, you just have a list of the court cases. So if you somehow got a hold of the people that were associated with owning those objects at one time, or if you somehow got pictures of those items, he could be useful in those regards.
Those would definitely be in the case files
Yes.
because they have to take pictures of
So
them.
you'd have to go back in town and get those case files.
Can you get
That's-
the case files?
From Kelby Virtue. Or from Kelby Virtue's office.
Or from the courthouse.
Yes.
Like, can you actually do that? I mean, I watch some cop shows, but for some reason, I think small town cops are not like city cops.
Well, I can look into it.
Well, that'd be great because if you could get that information for me, then I could look into that stuff for you.
All right. So we got ourselves a plan.
So you're heading back into town?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
God, there's like eyes all over me. Like maybe it's just the coffee. I don't know.
It's definitely the
so
coffee.
you call the police. It's been at least 45 minutes.
Are you watching them?
You are literally 4 blocks away from the police station. No one has come. Are you watching out of the window?
So, actually, no. If there's a security camera,
Okay, I'll give you a security camera.
just around the entrance, since I'm probably parked close enough.
Yeah, you can see your car.
So,
What kind of car you drive?
2000.
Under $160,000 Lamborghini, right?
No, just like
Who does
2000
he look like? Justin
2000.
Bieber?
2010 Toyota or something. Just
All right, 2010 Toyota. So you're looking through the security monitor. Because the security monitor can't hear anything. You see black and white. So it's a shitty security monitor. Which means it's taking like 8-second photos.
Oh, God.
So you see him hanging out there, you see him smoking. Then at one point you see a guy on a cell phone. You see the same guy just shouting really angrily and pointing at the air in the cell phone. And then it cuts back and he's talking on the cell phone again. And then it cuts to him like turning off the cell phone. And then there's talking. And then you see a man with his foot kind of halfway up and your driver's side door broken. Same man that sort of guilted you earlier. And then the next photo, he is standing like this on your driver's side door. And then they're both walking to a truck. And then the truck pulls away.
Is the resolution good enough to possibly get the license off the truck?
Oh, totally.
So, writing that down.
Okay.
So, but also realizing, oh God, I'm deep,
You're going to commit some murders too now, aren't you?
No.
Aside from that other one that
The
we
cops
made you
have not.
commit.
The cops have not come after Connie has already called. Something else is going on. We are in deep shit right now.
Nonsense. We're perfectly fine.
It's fine.
It's
All
fine.
right, you go outside.
So looking around.
You don't see anybody.
So go up to my car. Obviously broken in and urinated upon.
Yes, they kicked in the windshield and pissed all over the seats.
So
And driving wheel.
so.
Steering wheel.
I was like, go ahead and call my wife. See if she can pick me up.
Okay, what's your wife's name?
Oh, so Ashley.
Ashley?
Yes.
All right. Hey, honey, what's up? I was just supposed to call you.
Yeah, it looks like we've had some other issues. It's been a busy day. I just had a problem at the office. I'm gonna need you to pick me up. The car has been broken into.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, luckily enough, I got it was some guys who were trying to claim that they knew what was my cousin's name again?
I don't know. It's your cousin.
I know,
Richie?
my cousin Richie, claiming they knew Richie, asking for free medical help. So,
that's odd.
yeah, it really is. So, but I got everything. I got the license plate, and the security cameras picked up their faces. So, I'm going to call the sheriff's office to make sure I can get a full report before you get here. So,
Well, the sheriff was just here.
really, why was he at our house?
Well, he was saying that there was a fire down by
Joe Bilby's place? And because of that thing that asshole did to Richie the other day, he was on a list of suspects, and they were just trying to rule him out. But he's been in Tulsa since he got that job up there. So
I know.
But he was just questioning us about where he's been. He said it was just routine.
Yeah.
It's really odd.
Yeah, honey, I hate to tell you this, Joe Bilby's dead. So,
Oh my God!
so he somebody killed him and they burned his place down.
Oh jeez! Oh, well, thank God Richie wasn't here. I mean,
Is your wife from Fargo? Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So,
Oh well, I'll be down there as soon as I take Cindy to her soccer game. Okay.
no, it's fine. Take your time. I'm okay here right now. So, worst case, I can lock myself.
The soccer game out back in the vacant lot behind the grocery store where the Mexicans play. We just drop her off there and leave her there for an hour.
Yeah. Go back and I'll go back in. Call back Connie.
Well, actually, a police car pulls up as you're on the phone.
So, who walks out of it?
Deputy Smith.
Fucker. So,
Woo!
took your sweet time with some other major crime happening that I didn't know about.
Yeah. What seems to be disturbance here?
That's like, I'll recount the entire thing for
You're
him.
showing her car.
And while I was waiting for you guys, they decided to vandalize my vehicle. On top of it,
They take anything?
not that I can see, but I do have full descriptions from the security footage and their license number.
It's like a bunch of teens. Teens the only one that break something and don't steal it.
These guys looked in their 20s, probably, right?
Well, I mean, when you get scared, you start thinking someone looks larger and more threatening than they really are.
Spread out
So,
those
well, I
foot.
wouldn't mind you running the plates and it's to see who it obviously
Those
was, even
flaps
if
of
it's a
skin on
stolen
their
car
neck
that
expand
probably
outward
can
and
lead
makes
it.
them bigger.
That's like lead into at least another
Nothing out of the
investigation.
box.
Oh, you were outside? You saw their place?
They were. That's. I pulled them off of the security footage.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's too grainy. That won't be acceptable in court.
So. Well, would you like to explain? Actually, I'll go ahead and probably understanding and would it be understanding and honesty to find. Oh, actually, or understanding and deceit, since I'm seeing through a lie here.
Okay.
So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Can I get 3? Basically, without even looking at the footage itself. That's like with me and taking off, at least pulling my reading glasses down, and with me with poor eyesight able to pull it off. Are you really trying to bullshit me about this, Smith? 2 10s, 2 2s.
Yeah, he doesn't even resist. It's like he wants you to know he's bullshitting you. I would never do such a thing, Dr. Connolly. I'm an officer of the law. Just like you do your own small part to uphold the law. Like finding this man that killed a good uptown citizen like Joe Bilby. That's what you need to be working on full time.
Well, I'll do that as soon as I get directives from the head of the law enforcement agency. I believe you're.
Oh, Sheriff Denny is all about this case. But a man of your training, a man of your skill, to not find this sort of amateur killer, it would lead a man to be suspicious. Do you understand what I mean, Dr. Connolly? Right, suspicious.
So is that a full-on attack or?
No, I think he's going to attack your purity.
So.
Yeah, he's attacking your purity. And I think he's going to use vigorous wrath, not to beat on you, but he's quite a bit larger than you are. He is a large man.
So.
He is going to try and intimidate the shit out of you into being more corrupt.
Could I do understanding and deceit again,
Yeah, understanding deceit would be fine.
to basically say, don't...
See through lies.
See through lies, and basically tell him, don't tell me how to do my job. Pistol jockey. 2 1s is the best I have.
Nope, he's big and scary. Slide the point of purity back over to corruption.
Okay. I will do my job. I will do my job to make sure that this case is taken care of. I would appreciate if you can, but in the meantime, I would appreciate if you can actually take down a report. Because my property was obviously vandalized, and despite the fact that we have a major case going on, if we have ruffians going around terrorizing people, we need to take care of this.
All right, ruffians. You're right. I'll take a report.
I'll wipe my ass with it.
He gets out a notebook. He bends over. He's looking at the glass.
So,
what's this here? Seems they left something for you.
So, they decided to leave a urine sample, probably for a drug test.
No, I
or something.
smell the piss. What's this underneath your car?
So, look at it.
All right, you look at it. What would that be?
Oh shit! I'm about to enter into an unconscious state.
I don't know if you're conscious. All right, can you beat 2 9s with a graceful defiance? Oh shit, 3 9s.
Shit, I don't
Just need
think.
3 10s.
No, there's no way I can do it. I only have 2.
You
embrace.
bend over to look. As you're up beneath the bottom of the car, he grabs your hair and smashes your concrete into the broken glass of your window. It's like, listen, city boy, You need to learn something right now. Are you part of the problem, or are you part of the solution? Good man's dead. We need to know who killed him. You're with us, or you're against us. You understand, boy?
So, fully.
All right.
Do I need to
Hate to
slide?
see something happen to that wife of yours. She's real pretty. I'll go file this report right away. Why don't you send that video right down to the court? You have yourself a good day down there now, you hear?
Certainly.
You know, sometimes I think murder is justified, don't you?
Do I need to slide one over to Vigor
does.
from Grace?
Do you have courage?
Yes, I do. So that
Then
goes
you
over.
slide a courage over
The more I think about it, the more I
because you're
think we made the
certainly
right
feeling
decision.
more wrathful than you were before.
Maybe we could do like maybe some additional
Things
murders
are-
in this town.
things
to
are
help
about to
clean it
become
up a little bit,
All right. Boop, boop. He drives away. So that's your scene.
Like, as we're like driving back, just like, I think that murder was justified. I think.
Yeah, so you have a phone. You could call them as they're driving on the way back and tell them what's
Like,
happening.
many learned men have disputed this over the centuries.
So you were going to the courthouse?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's the afternoon at this point. You've had a full day of murder investigating / hiding.
Tell you what, like, drop me off at my place. I'll start researching what I can.
Good idea.
Like, to the internet.
Okay. You can go to the internet.
Like, I'm going there.
All right. You need to make a patient demonstration roll for
I will-
interneting.
I will do that.
Okay.
Internets. 2 10s.
Oh, damn. Okay. You don't find anything about the art specifically stolen, but what you do find in searching various cases is a name keeps popping up again and again, and a name in town, Haley Blankenship.
Write that down.
She is a civil rights lawyer apparently in Harisi. She's also part of the NAACP, and she appears to be contesting many of these cases against Kelby Virtue.
I think this is investigation. Wow.
I'm going to write a painting about this investigation rather than continue doing it because it's boring.
Like, I was like, then I will demonstrate an interpretive dance.
All right, so that's what you discover. Where are you going, Officer Barnaby?
Courthouse. I'm
Okay.
going to see if I can look into a couple of these court cases.
Okay. So you arrive. It's the afternoon. People are filing out.
The justice never sleeps, except closing time.
Then it totally sleeps.
It totally sleeps.
All right, so you come up to, I guess you're going to the county clerk's office?
Yeah.
Hello, how can I help you, officer?
Well, I was wanting to take a look at a couple of case files. I'm trying to look into the... Well, I'm sure you heard about the incident last night. Been chasing down a couple of things. I think I might be able to find a little bit of information if I look at a couple of old court cases. Mind if I slip in there and take a look at some of them?
About the fire last night, is what you say you're looking at?
Well, see if I can figure
In
out...
connection?
Yeah.
Officer Barnaby, you're not listed as the officer in charge of that investigation.
Oh, I know.
I have Deputy Smith down as being the lead on that. You can make a patient observation roll.
Let's see. Let's see. 3 2s.
Sheriff Denny has never in his life filed paperwork that fast. Not since you've been here, not in anything you've ever heard from anybody else in the department. To file a report as a murder and get a lead officer listed as being a court and linking it to the evidence, he has never in his life done so quickly.
You know, that's...
You have fielded personal calls from the state asking him to file paperwork on traffic tickets 4 months old. Not his style.
Well, that is a little odd, but the thing is, I realize that
That too.
Officer Smith is the lead investigator on this, but it doesn't say in there anywhere that nobody else can look. It does it?
Well, I just don't understand why. Are you on the case now too? He did come down here awful day to day. It was awful fast.
Well, there's so many different things to look into on this. I don't think Officer Smith can handle all of this by himself. But I'd really rather not tell him that I'm looking into this, because you know how he gets his feathers ruffled if he thinks that somebody else is trying to do his job.
Okay, that's a deception check. To get her to do it and say it's Officer Smith, I'd give that at a bonus. But if you're just saying, yeah, but don't tell him either, that's different.
Well, you know, he's got that way about him, anger issues, and if he was down here himself, he would say, "Go ahead, take a look. You won't find anything. I already looked at it." I figure best not to bother him. Why not just let me take a look, see what I can find, chase down a lead or two.
The hell?
2 tenths.
Okay. Well, okay, yeah, I guess so.
Hello?
And if it turns out that I'm wrong, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and nothing to waste his time over.
All right. Well, go on back. Do you mind closing up? I mean, you can just lock the door on the way out.
Oh, I don't mind at all.
All right.
You know, a nice day like this, hard to stay indoors, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to miss supper. So.
Well, yeah, you head on home. Let me take care of this.
All right.
Survey. Fuck that.
All right. So you have open with 2 tens. You have open access to 5s. Yeah.
All right.
It's a good thing we have nothing to hide.
Let's copy everything.
Okay. So what are you looking for in particular?
Well, all of the case files relating to the ones that I got from Mr. Rohn over at the reservation.
Okay.
Basically, I want to get every piece of evidence, because all he got was just the basic information. I want to get the full files.
All right. That's another patient observation check. You will get information, even if you fail it, but your quality of your patient observation check determines what kind of information you get.
Let's see. 3 6s.
So 3 6s.
Mm-hmm.
You find that the cases against inanimate objects, the civil forfeiture cases for we should go back years, that they have had what would be a count of hundreds of thousands of dollars in property seizures, according to the closed cases. If you like just go with an average of property stolen, they are making quite a bit of money off of it. You see that the funds have to all be accounted for, and as such, they are being purchased by the state. The state, through the Kelvin County, not the Kelvin County, through the Hiresi County offices, is buying a ton of property and then selling it at a loss, an extreme loss. So you'll see that there's a shit ton of money being funneled into the police department, and they need a storage facility. So they'll buy a 3-story farmhouse on the outskirts of town for property value, and then they will sell it to
Joe Bilby.
You see that they have sold it. You don't see who they sold it to. You do see that they sell it to a number of people at something like 50% or 40% discounts, using Joe Bilby as a realtor, as he's the contact information. They do not have to list who they sold it to. That's not required by law. So you do see that while these houses are being bought for massive amounts of money, they are then being sold at a song. Basically, the minimum you could do without being obviously illegal, like the sum you would see if you've been trying to sell a house for something like 5 years, only typically within a matter of days of buying the lease. And they are being sold to many people, and all through Joe Bilby's real estate agent. See, So bought with state funds, stolen from people,
And then turned
sold
around and
at a
sold for
loss.
song.
And then you don't know, but if you had to guess, probably sold again for the original price.
This sounds like a massive laundering scheme.
No, it's not a laundering scheme. It's
Good old-fashioned fraud.
yeah.
Buy with state money, sell it privately for a massive, massive loss,
Sell it and then pocket
and
the
then
difference.
sell it again at actual market value, pocket the difference.
Whores.
This sounds yeah.
So, Aaron, do you call them and tell them what's up with you?
I do not know who's monitoring calls
Fair enough.
at this point. I will go ahead. I will just go ahead, tell my wife I'm going to take the car. Just bring the car home. It's not in that bad of a damage.
Okay.
So, and actually, how am I bleeding from?
Oh, yeah. No, he slammed your face into the asphalt, and he rubbed your face in the broken glass of your own car. You are bleeding pretty badly from your face.
So,
It's superficial cuts, but many of them.
but nothing that I can't take care of myself.
No.
So,
You might not need stitches.
hopefully. But before I do go, and I forgot to ask with the security tape for how old it was. Is this tape based or is it DVD rewrites?
It's electronic.
Okay, so I get. It's like making sure once we're done. Actually, I'm taking that copy of that particular DVD out.
Mm-hmm.
It will go home with me. Or actually, hell, I could probably do it at work. So making copies, two
Okay.
other copies of it, and putting in, because I'm assuming it probably goes, it probably stores it electronically and then erases the disc for the night. So, but making sure I have 2 copies of those to be set for the future. So,
Especially
You
the
get
one
a
where
call,
it's-
Barnaby.
oh
on
no,
your phone.
I'm assuming the beating is on the video, right?
No, you were underneath the car. He asked you to bend down and look underneath the car with him. And
So-
then while you were bent over.
Well, that was on the driver's side, right?
Yeah, you were bent over. You were underneath the sight line of the camera. He's not an idiot. That's why he asked you to bend over.
Well, if he's bending over, and sorry, not to nitpick on this one, but can you see him? Did he get under?
You
it
can
as
see him
well?
move his hand. You can't see him actually do anything to you. You're bent over underneath the out of sight line of the camera,
Your word against his at this point.
and yeah, he's a police officer.
Well, I'm still gonna make the 2 copies anyway. So,
Yeah, that's fine. No, you can make copies, but yeah, you know what the people look like that broke into your car.
nope, that's fine.
There's that. You get a phone call.
Okay.
It's your father.
Hey, Poppy, how you doing?
Oh, Bobby, it's great news.
What's that?
Well, a man just came by, Mr. Virtue, and he said that the house is up for sale.
Our
And he
house?
said, the old house that me and your mom built, that you were born in. He said it's up for sale again, and that the current people are out of it, and that he could sell it to us for a song. He owns the deed.
Oh, that's wonderful.
He said he had to talk to you about it first, though.
Okay. Well, I'm downtown at the moment, but
You got to do this for me, Bobby. This place has never felt right. The stairs, they're just awful. They're hurting my knees, and it's
Strange
not the
voices
same
from the
as the old
bathroom.
place. And it's not secure. Got bad people around here.
How you doing there, boy?
well, I'll talk to Mr. Virtue. Where did he say he was going to be? Is he going to be at his office?
Oh, he said to call you. He gave you a number.
Alrighty. Let me write that down.
He gives you a number. You should make a. I'll give you a patient or a cunning demonstration roll.
6 of one, half dozen of the other. The same on either roll, so. 2 5s?
Yeah, you recognize that number. It's Joe Bilby's cell phone. All right, so we will leave it at there as we're almost 9:30. So just to recap, You haven't looked into Coyote Heart yet, nor have you looked into the Scanlans, so you might want to make notes of that. If we're going
I'm sure that totally wouldn't go all.
If you guys want to play this Tuesday, you
Yeah,
might want to
so-
make notes of that.
Those have eyes.
Kelby Virtue, you haven't talked to him yet.
Yet.
You do know that he is somehow involved with the sheriff and pretty much everyone on the sheriff's payroll with a civil forfeiture scheme. And you know that Joe Bilby was somehow involved with that.
The sheriff is just because something lit a very hard fire under his ass.
So basically, you killed an asshole who was doing terrible things to you. And he was the linchpin in something much, much larger. And having knocked out that load-bearing pillar, it's now
all
falling down on top of you. Also Miss Humble. You have not talked to Miss
True. Yeah, we haven't gotten to show.
So yes, that is you have kicked a hornet's nest. The hornet's nest is very aware of what you've done or might have done. They just don't know which one of you it is because you all have motive.
Wouldn't most of the town have motive?
What they have not guessed yet is that you may have all done it yourself. And who actually did what between the strangulation, the stabbing, and the shooting, and in what order is still to be decided. So we'll cap it off there. Questions, comments, reactions?
No, I like him. So, and actually, I like that it kind of just dropping it and everybody into place and saying, "All right, how did you do this?"
No, one of you killed this guy.
Yeah, that was Ross's idea. My basic idea was the first one to be like, you all want to kill this guy for a reason, and the first game is you go kill him and plan it, and then you.
I like dropping us right into
Then you
this.
discover money, and Ross was like, "No, just say they did it."
Yeah, dropping us right into it.
So his horrible monstrosity has informed us, even from a world. Yeah. So did you guys like it? Was okay?
Yes,
Loved it.
Loved it. Very good.
All right, you get 2 points. You can use them for 2 qualities, or you can use them for 1 identity.
Okay.
And the identity is the big one.
Yes.
So
I'm going to boost my persuasion,
Okay.
and later pick up some deceit.
So this is a mini campaign. You guys are moving through it pretty fast. It'll probably be like 2 or 3 sessions.
okay.
Which should
I'll make it go suitably. L.A. Confidential, Jack Ketchum-y, horrible, and if you guys...
And we'll come out smelling like a rose.
And we will come back
Okay.
to it later. And hey, it actually recorded. Cool. All right. So bye, everybody. This has been a very thorough murder. Episode 1
Radio
for Roleplay Radio.
on Tom Church.
I'm not Ross Payton.
You're not.
Okay. Bye,
See you
everybody.
later.